Hello and welcome to Talk a Good Build Up. It's West Ham United against Sheffield United. We are live, which means it's 5 minutes till teams come out and an hour and 5 minutes till kick-off. Gonzo, normally I don't give the spoilers away straight away. I might hint or something. I'm going to give one spoiler away straight away because I want to discuss it. Mikel Antonio is out, but not only is he out, he pulled up in training. We don't know how bad it is. We don't know. He might still be okay for the Spurs game on Sunday, but he's not in the squad tonight. Hamstring. Again,
I understand. I was under the impression. I know you did say this morning he was out, but then I also heard that he was warming up. He travelled to the stadium and he was doing. I don't know whether it was a warm up or whether it was a fitness test or whatever it was. But whatever. Look, if he's not involved, it's bad news. It's just bad news. It just goes to show. Look, there's always going to be a gamble. The gamble hasn't paid off, and I'm completely with Moyes in not wanting to waste his money. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. But he still could have got a loan signing in. I'm all for not wasting 15 million on someone you don't want. And if he's going to put it together and spend 30 on someone he does want in the summer, great. And I'm not a great one for loan fees. I think they're a bit of waste of money. But a couple of £1 million on a loan fee, I don't feel would have been wasted money. They would have made that up in the.
Well, you need one league position.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, it looks a bit silly. I am mindful that I was calling the team when Ryan against Villa when Ryan Fredericks was playing at right wing a bit silly as well. So, I mean, look, it may well work out. Pulling up in training is not good though because it's how often is he going to be fit between now and the end of the season? I'm be lucky to get half the games out of him, to be honest with you, mate.
Yeah, because hopefully he's back for Sunday. But anyway, let's start talking about today's game. You feeling good? Feeling happy? Confident? Excited?
Yeah. Excited. Not fully confident because I do think, as I alluded to in the Patreon breakfast show this morning, I think any result is possible in this one, albeit not any scoreline. Of course, I wouldn't be surprised if Sheffield United won. They've been in relatively good form. They've not been getting dumped. Even the games that they've lost have been, by quite a small margin. And they seem to have a little bit of momentum behind them. But as you alluded to this morning, Geo, maybe that win for Fulham has taken the wind out of their sails a little bit. But make no mistake about it, we are more than capable of beating Sheffield United. I didn't like the last game against them this season, I've got to say.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Win and we go forth. For a couple of hours, probably. Chelsea more than likely to beat Newcastle and go ahead of us again. But for a couple of hours anyway. But it's not so much that for me tonight. It's winning tonight. It's just to sort of kick the Man United Cup exit into charge. We can move on, forget about it. We start looking forward, getting a bit excited. It puts a little bit of daylight between us and Everton and Villa. Their game in hand that they've got becomes null and void. Even if they win it, they're still behind us in the league. I think that's important because a couple of weeks ago, when we were looking at it, we were sitting 4th or 5th going, oh, that's nice. However, if Villa win their 2 games in hand, they go above us. However, if Everton win their 2 games in hand, they go above us. None of that talking we win tonight. Win them if you want. You've still got to catch us. And I just think it gives us really good momentum going up against a wobbly Spurs on Sunday as well. I think it flies us into that game in confidence, puts Spurs, Mourinho will be thinking, oh, not this lot. I don't want to play this lot here. So I think big game tonight for us, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it as well. The Antonio news isn't great. It's frustrating more than anything because tonight, if we don't win tonight, if it's a draw or a lose or whatever, there's a very good chance it's down to not having a striker on the pitch. It's a good chance that we've created some chances or just been lacking an out ball when we're struggling in defence. There's no one to play it up to. Whoever's up front struggling. So it'll be interesting to see what we do. But I believe there's a change in formation for tonight as well, which is no surprises as to what we're going to be doing. But we've switched the formation up, which could be a repercussion of the Antonio thing, but it could also just be Gonzo that we just played well against Manchester United with the back 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And if that is the case, then I'm guessing Ben Johnson's going to be featuring for this one, which would be interesting and good to see. I would be very, very pleased for him. Obviously, I'm guessing here. I think it's a fair assumption, though. And if that is the case, then he deserves it, bearing in mind he was, as I said, I thought he man of the match and scored a winning goal earlier on in the season. So that would be really good. We did look a little bit better when we went back to that. There's nothing wrong with having two formations. I'm really pleased. I'd sort of always suspected that Moyes favoured the five at the back. I'm not so sure anymore. Now I don't know, and that's really good, because if I don't know, then hopefully the opposition don't know either. I mean, clearly he's matched up. He does like to match up. If you look at those games early on in the season, like Wolves, for instance, and there were a few others, when we faced that a similar shape, we tend to sort of match it, don't we? So yeah, it could be good. I'm really looking forward to it. Actually, I'll worry about the lack of goals if I see a lack of goals. If Antonio doesn't play and we score 3 goals, I won't care really.
Do you want to know the lineup?
Yes, please. Everybody does.
Got a back three. Fabianski continues in goal as always. A back three of Craig Dawson, Issa Diop, and Aaron Creswell, with Soufal right wing back and Johnson left wing back. A midfield pairing of Declan Rice and Thomas Souček as always, with a front three of Jared Bowen, Jesse Lingard, and Manuel Lanzini. A surprise inclusion for Manu. I mean, that's about a surprise. Eyebrow raiser. We'll get onto the bench, but the one you're thinking, where is he? He is on the bench. He's not injured or anything like that. We'll get onto the bench in a second, but that's our starting 11. What's your thoughts? The shape is a surprise, I guess. Had we not spoken about it about 90 seconds ago, you can understand why he's done the shape, though, because with Ogbonna out, why not just put three central defenders sort of in the middle there? We know Cresswell also attacks from that position, so he's, I guess, his partnership with Ben Johnson is going to be really interesting and going to be quite crucial as well. I mean, the Lanzini one is interesting. All I can assume is that he has been very, very good in training. He's not gonna do it there for an old pals act or because it's a favour. He'll be doing it because he feels he's the best man for the job today. There'll be no doubt about it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that, actually. And I do think there's been a lot of rumours over the last couple of weeks that Lanzini's out, and if we get a bid, then he's being sold and all the rest of it. You know what? If he does get sold, Gio, I would like to have thought in his last season that we've at least given him a bit of a chance. And let's be fair, after he whacked that goal in against Tottenham, he didn't get a start afterwards. So I'm almost seeing sort of retrospective credits being awarded to Ben Johnson and Manuel Lanzini. Let's just hope he can. Let's hope they can pay the manager back, certainly. But it'll be hopefully quite an impactful bench. And he likes to sub Moyes. He did 6 the other day. Yeah, it's a strong bench. It's a very strong starting team as well. I mean, the back three I'm happy with. We saw against Man United, worked really well. Ben Johnson deserves his opportunity. So happy with the back five. The midfield two picks itself. The front three, it's an interesting one with sort of Lanzini starting ahead of Ben Rama. That's the risk there. But Manuel Lanzini has to sort of turn up a little bit and repay his manager's face because he has had a couple of opportunities. Not many. He's had a couple. He's not really grasped it a little bit. So that's a bit difficult there. Lingard and Jared Bowen as well. It'll be interesting to see which one starts up front, really, out of those two. It'll be one of those two. I'd imagine it'll be Lingard. I've just got a feeling it'll be Jesse Lingard. But I'm hoping it is Jared Bowen. But the advantage with those three is they can all interchange. If one of them's caught out of position, another one can fill in and stuff. But there's going to be a lot of sort of focus on them three to create something here. We've got 3 attacking players on the pitch at home to the team that's bottom of the league. There's a lot of pressure on them three. They need to go out there, create chances, get shots off at what I think is, personally, the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League. We've got to test him tonight. We've got to smash every ball at his goal as possible because he's been making high-profile errors. Even these errors, what he's supposed to do in simple saves, he makes them look difficult. So we've got to test this keeper. I want to see this goal bombarded from distance and so on and so forth. I want to see Ramsdale pampered with shots. Bit of pressure on the front three. Anyway, I'll rattle off the West Ham bench and we'll take a look at Sheffield United's starting 11. West Ham's bench is David Martin, Ryan Fredericks, Baptiste, Alves, Coventry, Noble, Fornals, Benrahma, Odebeko. Quite a young bench, Gonzo. So we've got Baptiste, Alves, Coventry, and Odebeko. So quite a few youngsters on there.
Oh, yeah. I'm pleased to see Coventry on there. I thought he was... I know he played... Sorry?
He won't get on.
No, I know, but it's still nice to see him. I'd rather see him in there than not. We've not seen him feature. I know he's had an injury and whatnot. But not talking about the time when they played him at right back during pre-season, but he did play a game in central midfield. I think it was one of the times when we had 2 games on the same day, maybe something like that. I thought he looked really good. And he certainly was another time he came off the bench. It's the same game that Harrison Ashby was on as well, actually. And I thought he looked really good. So I'm pleased for that. I'm pleased for him because let's be fair, we're a little bit light in the central midfield area. Yeah, look, it is a young bench, but we've got some good players on there. I'm pleased to see Odebeko featuring as well. That's really important. After what wouldn't have been a great excursion for him against Manchester United, that he's now back involved. Clearly spent the week training with the first team, back in the first team squad. Good for him.
I just hope if we are needed a goal for whatever reason, I hope he gets a chance. I hope he turns around to Odebeko and says, "You're up, mate. You're the only striker on my bench. On you go. I know I'll get Ben Rama on with you, and but you two are my two attacking players. I know Fornals on paper as an attacking player, but you wouldn't back him to come on and get you a goal, would you? Yeah, I mean, you come on and work hard and graft for it and stuff, but you wouldn't back him to come on and do something that results in us scoring a goal. There's only two players on the bench capable of that. Well, 1.5. Ben Rama, we know is, although he's still got no goals for West Ham. And then Odebeko's a goal scorer, but again, still no goals for West Ham's first team. So we've not really got much options on the bench if we need a goal. So I just hope when he does turn to it, if we need one, it's Mipo Odebeko that gets called forward, get your kit on and get on the pitch and basically show the fans what you can do. You didn't make the most of it at Old Trafford, difficult circumstances, and we can all let him off and say, well, it was away to Man United. Well, now we're home to the team bottom of the Premier League. It's two polar opposites. So what if you can't do it tonight? When are you going to do it? What do you want? A neutral venue against mid-table in the Premier League? Well, that's not happening, is it? So anyway, Sheffield United starting 11. Ramsdale in goal with Ampadu, Egan and Basham as a back three. Stevens and Bogle is the wing backs for a midfield three of Osborne, Norwood and Lundstram. No John Fleck. And then a partnership up front of McGoldrick and Billy Sharp.
No, what can you say? I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, look, what can I say? They're in good form. We should beat this team. Crikey, we've got to beat this team, haven't we?
Yeah, I think they're missing John Fleck. That's a big positive. Again, Osborne, he'll get around the pitch, he'll get his tackles in, he'll work hard, but he just not really got much going forward. Norwood's a liability in the middle of the park for them. Lundstram, again, doesn't really provide much attacking threat. So where we're looking at our team going, there's a bit of pressure on our front for you. Actually, you're looking at theirs and thinking there's a lot of pressure on the front too because there's not really much creativity elsewhere. Their biggest threat actually coming into tonight's game comes from their right wing back, Bogle. He's the one that's scored a couple of goals, important goals for them as well. Gets into the box for crosses. McGoldrick will work hard. Billy Sharp's been finding the net recently. He's about 50 years old, but he has been scoring quite a few important goals for Sheffield. The back three. It's there to be got at. It is there to be got at. So it's what you'd expect from Sheffield United, but nothing too. It doesn't strike fear into you, does it?
No, I wasn't a quivering at that point when you read it out. I was more wondering who they were, really, to be honest with you. But I did recognise a couple of them, and I don't mean to insult them. Well, maybe I do a little bit, but I don't mean to demean. Well, look. All I'm saying is they're better than the sum of their parts. They're a good team. The manager is excellent. These are championship players by and large who we're playing against here, and off casts and bits and pieces. So for him to galvanise them and get them playing, I think it's particularly remarkable. Actually, Geo, to be fair, their morale should be shot after their start to the season. I'm pretty impressed that he's managed to rally them and galvanise them and get them playing the way he has. And they are playing well. I don't think today's going to be an easy game. I don't think today's going to be easy.
No, sorry, I thought you were finished. Continue.
No, I am finished. I don't think today is going to be an easy game.
The bench for Sheffield United is Foderingham, Baldock, Max Lowe, Bryan, McBurney, Maguire, Burke, Jagielka and Ryan Brewster. West Ham, supposedly West Ham fan, Ryan Brewster on the bench there for Sheffield United. Anyway, we're going to put a bet on in just a minute. Actually, we'll do the bet now. We'll do the bet now. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. You're watching this on Facebook or Twitter or something, head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. What we're going to do now is we're going to put on a little bet on Bet365. If it wins, we'll give someone the winnings to enter. We'll tell you how in just a second. Gonzo, what are you feeling? What are we putting in?
Well, the goal scorer is a tough one because I wonder, it depends if we're going to big odds here. If we're going to big odds, I wonder what odds are Lanzini goal.
Yeah, we'll put him in 10-3. I think that's decent. The only problem is he's going to get subbed.
Yeah,
he's getting subbed. If we're winning, he's coming off. We're drawing, he's coming off. If we're losing, he's coming off. Lanzini is coming off the pitch today.
we can't say Souček again, can we? And probably the odds aren't very good.
I think Lingard's the same price as Lanzini. I think he'll be the striker.
Okay. You're right. Actually, he'll shoot a lot as well. Yeah, I might bet on Lanzini to score in my own private personal bet, which I'll keep the money for myself on that one. I don't need a catchphrase for my own bet. I just make the bet. I don't need to type anything anywhere.
What else you fancying? West Ham win?
Yeah, we've got to have a West Ham win.
Yeah, I'm putting that in. Okay, we're getting there. We're cooking now. Corners?
Lots for West Ham. Lots.
I think Sheffield United get quite a lot of corners too. So we'll put in. Let me just check the odds jumping up. Okay, we'll do 9 or more corners for 10 corners in the game overall for both teams combined, and then that's 9-1. I want to go a little bit more ambitious than that. That's £50, but I want to put in. Let me just check.
What about Rams bottom booked for foul and abusive language?
No, we're not doing Ramsdale to get booked. We're not doing the keeper to get a yellow card. I'll tell you who we will do. We'll put in Ollie Norwood because he's absolutely. He's not very good. Commits a lot of fouls. In our attacking three, that's a counter-attacking three we've got. Because we're playing wing backs, I expect our front three today to be narrow. I want to see a narrow front three. I don't want Lingard on the right, Bowen in the middle, and then Lanzini over on the left. I don't want that. I want Johnson and Soufal coming out wide, and our front three coming into the middle of the pitch in the width. If you look at the 18-yarder and draw lines, join them up, our front three should always be in that middle section of the pitch, between each other, 5-10 yards between them and nothing more. Therefore, I think that's going to put a bit of pressure on Ollie Norwood. 40-1. The fiver is going on. There you go. Bang. Oh, £200 cash to someone. If this bet wins, someone gets £200. So Jesse Lingard to score a goal, West Ham to win, 10 or more corners in the game, and then Norwood to be booked. The phrase in the live chat, you could put the following phrase to enter, Gonzo.
Let's bash them.
Let's bash them. Make the spelling right, please, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bash them. Get that in, and you're entered into the draw. Should that bet win for £200? Right, you've seen the teams, Gonzo. You saw the West Ham team. You've seen the Sheffield United team. Well, you've heard them. What are you thinking?
I wonder about this Lanzini thing. If he's been playing, if they've been partnering each other quite well, him and Lingard in training this week. I just the chat we should say now are at pains, are absolute pains to tell us it's Lanzini's birthday. So we should probably say it hasn't gone unnoticed that's been suggested. I don't think it's a birthday gift for Lanzini. I think Moyes is a nice man, but I don't think he's sentimental to the point where he would play Lanzini against somebody he thinks is better. Lanzini's there for a very good reason. Okay, so I do believe that he's seen something in training. I do wonder if it is that Lingard one. And also, I know, I can see, some people are saying about Ben Rama, and we would all have liked to have seen Ben Rama play. However, I do wonder. He's taken quite a lot, not stick, but he's been out of form, and he's been getting a few things wrong recently. Bowen, I do wonder if this is a chance for Bowen to come good.
I thought you were saying Ben Rama's been out of form. I was thinking, what are you on about? He's been one of our best players in the last few years.
I'm sure we'll get accused of saying that. But no. I mean, Bowen has not been in form. So I just wonder if he's due a good performance. I wonder if we'll see it today.
Yeah. Thanks to Dan for chucking $4.99 into the full-time fund. He said, let's bash him. And thank you to Steve. Steve also put £2 in earlier as well. And he said he made a joke. He says, hope we don't. He said Sheffield United are going to lose today. He went for the loose joke. I like that. The thing with Lanzini is it could be that he's going to be playing centre midfield. It could very well be that Lanzini is going to have to come in alongside Souček and Rice and then leave Lingard and Bowen up top. And it's almost going to be like a 3-5-2. We don't know, because that's something you wouldn't trust Said Ben Ramos to do. Would you fancy Ben Ramos as a centre midfielder? No. I mean, you would probably then expect to see Fornals over Lanzini. But then when you're running forward, counter-attacking football, he's not quick. Lanzini does have a little bit of speed about him. He's fast on the ball as well. He's not. Lanzini can dribble with it quickly, whereas that's something Fornals can't do. Too often you see Fornals get the ball in acres of space. It takes about 3 touches and stuff, and then it's like, the defence have caught up now almost. You've lost the counter-attack just because you're not quick enough. Lanzini can dribble at speed with the ball at his feet, and I think that's crucial to this. I had a look earlier. And when we played them at their place, the possession was very even. I think we had 49.5% to their 50.5%. So it's sort of like both teams are going to want to play counter-attacking football. You can't both play counter-attacking football. Someone's got to have the ball, really. And it's going to be interesting. It'll be an interesting game. I'm feeling just the same as I was when I saw the line. I was feeling reasonably confident. I've seen both starting to light up. It's neither going up nor down. Anyway, right now, start getting your comments into the live chat. It can be score predictions. It can be your thoughts on the West Ham lineup, thoughts on the Sheffield United lineup, anything. What your hopes are, your worries are. Get them in. We'll get them on the screen and we'll have a look at what you're saying. Alan says that, Alan says, I'm not convinced Sheffield United will attack enough for us to counter them. Well, yeah, but they're probably saying the same thing about us. They're probably saying they're not going to attack us enough to counter them.
I don't think we can counter them effectively with no striker. I think we are going to try and have possession. I think we'll be. Don't be surprised. I mean, I will not be surprised if actually we do attack quite a lot. Actually, because without any shot, wouldn't be surprised if we have a lot of possession and around the sort of 18-yard line and look to try and make things happen there. So that wouldn't. I will not be surprised if we have more shots than we usually do today, despite us not having a striker.
Robert Gates says 2-0 to West Ham. Benram will come off the bench and break his duck. Not the prettiest game at times, but as Ian Holloway says, football sometimes is like birds. If you know, you know. Jazza says Dawson will be important in marshalling Diop to keep our line. That's a good shout. That's interesting because Diop's obviously playing to the right of Dawson since Creswell's in there and Soufal's playing right wing back. So that'll be.
It does negate the need for a left-footed centre half in a 2 as well, doesn't it? Of course, which is the one issue with Ogbonna missing, because everybody else wants to play on the right of a 2, don't they? Dawson, Balbuena, and Diop. So it does take that out of it. There's probably a lot of method behind the madness of changing the formation, actually.
James Gunn said won 8 or 11 wins this season by a goal. Why do some fans think we'll turn up and batter in FIFA? I've not seen too many of that, to be fair. There's one or two, one right below you, actually. Teapot Pixie says comfortable 3-0 win. I agree with James. I don't think we'll be smashing them. Ian says 3-1. Socek, Lanzini, and Dawson. Will says 2-1. Lingzini with a goal each. That's nice. The name of the partnership. He's named the partnership. Phil says 3 at the back is negative, like the Brighton farce. It can be if you play it wrong, but I've seen teams play attacking football with 3 at the back, so it depends how you go about it.
I think our biggest win of the season was 3 at the back.
You could play 4-2-3-1 and not get out your half, though. So it sort of swings around. Thank you to Ben. Ben's chucked £10 in his full-time fund, and he says free Ben Ram. I'm sorry, Ben. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry, Ben. Superman. Haha, good one. Good spelling, good profile picture. He's thought this through. Superman says there's a rumour that Bowen's carrying an underlying condition, hence all the substitutions. It could be. I don't know.
What soup is that? Is that the butternut squash? I think that might be a butternut squash soup. Was it just a carrot soup? That doesn't look like the best soup I've ever seen. I've got to say, Superman. Apologies.
Right, let's keep some more questions. Kariakos says, what formation will you prefer and what striker will you prefer against Sheffield United? I don't mind.
We've got anyone to do. I'll take Tony Cottee today, even at his ripe old age. I'm happy with this formation. I'm happy to see what happens.
Yeah. Chris says, what about Soufal right wing back? We've seen him struggle there.
A little bit, but I think the reasons for doing it outweigh the reasons for not doing it. And I think we've covered a few of them there. I just think it puts an extra guy in central defence, which sort of negates the Ogbonna problem. It's sort of the left-footed thing. There are a number of reasons. And it also matches them up shape for shape. There aren't too many reasons not to. And let's be fair, Soufal wasn't rubbish at right back, a right wing back. He had a mare against Rashford when we played Man U the first time. But he might be a bit better. He might be more settled now. He'll certainly be more practiced at it.
I think he played fine at right wing back. Listen, I think he's better at right back. I think Soufal's outstanding at right back, but right wing back, I think he's done well. I think he's been okay. But the difference is, I think since between him playing right wing back the first time when he went on that run of games and playing Leicester and that, and now he's now settled in. He got thrown into right wing back. Like, there you go. Hang on, who's this guy playing next to? I'll just work out who should go, kind of thing. He didn't know the centre backs. He didn't know anything like that. He didn't know any of the players. Now he knows them a bit better. I'm hoping that the one thing I sort of irked me about Soufal playing right wing back, I thought him and Jared Bowen used to get in each other's way a little bit. Bowen would almost be too wide for Soufal to go and overlap, and I'm hoping that sorts itself out a little bit tonight. I think we'll see a better Soufal at right wing back. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but I think struggle. I wouldn't call it struggle. I think he's been really good in every single game, but just outstanding as a conventional fullback. Rywis says Grant Johnson's getting another goal in the league.
I totally agree. I really like him. I really do like him. I think he's a defender. I don't think there are too many defenders nowadays. Everyone you see that's a fullback or a wingback is having a go now. And actually, I think he's really solid. I'm not saying he's useless up there in an attacking sense, far from it. But I do think he deserves it. There's got to be some value in that. He's been at West Ham since he was 7. He's a West Ham fan. People would say West Ham through and through. This kid is West Ham through and through. I'm probably more delighted to see him in there than any other youngster. I'm really thrilled about it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think he's been in really good form, and I think it's important to reward form. How often can you bring him on or give him a chance and he plays really well, then you don't play him in the next game because he just doesn't, for whatever reason. It's about time now that you get him in the team. He was the best player against Man United up there with Dawson and Fabianski. I thought he's our best attacking threat, and I'm looking forward to him carrying the ball. Actually, I thought that's the one thing he did against Man United. He was happy to dribble with it. Tonight, he's up against Bogle, another young kid. He's a young player, Bogle. He's very enthusiastic. Gets forward a little bit. It means he leaves a lot of space in behind him. Doesn't mind a tackle. So it should be a good battle between Johnson and Bogle, actually. It should be a really good battle. Mr. Lowry had a reasonably good point here. Would there be more pressure on Fabianski in his kicking tonight? He likes to boot it long, but without a target man, he's perhaps got to start it from the back.
That is very thoughtful. I can't. Yeah, very perceptive. Yeah, I guess it will, won't it? I hadn't even given it any thought, and occurred to me. Yes, absolutely. He's going to need to roll it out, and he's rather than pretend to roll it out. Wait. Oh, no. Hoof. No, he can't be doing that tonight, really, can he? Because we will just lose the ball. It will just come back.
You'll still boot it.
Well, someone needs to have a word.
He will. He'll still boot out the pitch. He might do one or two short ones, but the reason he won't boot it, the reason he will boot tonight, I think, is because they play with 2 strikers, Sheffield United, and they don't mind pressing you. So if he's gonna go short, our 3 defenders, if you like, are going to be there, but there's 2 strikers are going to be standing next to him, saying, "Go on, then, I dare you to pass to one of them." Fabianski won't do it. He'll just belt it down the middle of the park and hope something happens. We'll wait and see. Gary says Lanzini won't fancy it against Sheffield United, but it's last chance saloon for him. Abdullah says Ben Rama drop 5 at the back, no striker. Another Moyes disaster class reminds him of the Brighton game. A few people are saying that. He's not the first one.
But to be fair, I mean, look, people say what they want. It's their chat. But I mean, it was equally that sort of thing was getting said before the Villa game. And so I'll wait and see. It's highly likely. It's highly likely. Or not probable. We could be really, really negative. However, I wouldn't be surprised. I just want to see. I want to see before.
He does. To be fair to Abdullah, I've just seen this comment. He does also say Diop's turning up tonight, hitting that 2018-19 form. So he has put positivity in there too. Alex says perfect lineup. Glad that we're giving Lanzini a chance. Really want him to do well. We'll never forget his form before his injury. Daniel says it's different to Brighton. We don't have Mark Noble. Upton Parker says that you can see this being won from dead ball situations rather than open play.
Great name, Matt. Great name.
I like it too, especially if his surname is Parker or something like that as well. I think that'd be even better. James says that this is sort of game that'd be ideal for Odebeko. Different opponents, not world class.
Well, definitely not world class, James. That's for sure. Yeah, look, there's a repair job to be done with him. Whether Moyes starts that today. I mean, he might as well start it because we don't know what we're going to be doing without a striker and for how long we'll be without one. So that being said, if whatever experiment it is works up front, whether it's Bowen or Lingard or Lanzini, whoever it might be, Moyes might think he doesn't need a striker at present. But I'd like to see him get on. I really would.
Megan says, are you guys joking? She's been saying about Fabianski's long balls never going to our players in the comments for weeks. To be fair,
well, so do we.
Yeah, we've been nitpicking about that. I've been nitpicking about that since last season. You're late to the party. I've just stopped going on about it because I've been going on about it since last season. So I've just no longer. It just goes over my head now. That's why I was happy to see him played short to Mark Noble the other game. I was excited, and then he got it again and just booted it down the pitch again. Oh, right, okay. It was just a one-off. Don't know. I didn't mean to click that one, but your answer, I don't know. Steph says, don't think it's a bad idea starting Lanzini. He's arguably the best at holding onto the ball and dribbling with it. Ironic says you could have a choice of striker from either team from this game only. Would you stick with Jihad Bruin?
I would take any of the Sheffield United strikers, no.
Yeah, I think I'd stick with Bowen as well. McGoldrick works hard, but he's just not very good. McBurney misses a big chance every single game. Billy Sharp's about 50. You know, the geezer goes off on a wheelchair and gets an oxygen mask. And then Ryan Brewster. Ryan Brewster should be good. He should be. It's just not working for him for whatever reason. But that's just...
And to be fair, I wouldn't have been disappointed if we'd have signed him in the summer. Because he was Swansea, wasn't he, before? On loan at Swansea. I thought he was playing really well. If we'd have signed him, I would have thought, all right, he's not bad. Anyway, there you go.
Would you like to read that one out?
Let's talk sports. Hi, Geo and Gonzo. I hope you're both well. A little something for the full-time fun. Thank you.
Why have you gone off the screen to read that out?
Because my camera is right in the middle of where the font is. Thank you very much. That's a very, very generous donation. And I do particularly like your little avatar there. Let's talk sports. Very nice.
Yeah, massive thank you, Dave. Dave's a patron of ours. Also, he started his own podcast as well. I think she's spoken to Charlie already. We have a confirmation from Charlie. Yeah, he's done a thing with Charlie. Is it on his YouTube, Charlie? Charlie's on YouTube. Yeah, so there you go. Check out Dave's channel. Let's Talk Sports. I'm doing it on Thursday. I'm having a chat with Dave as well. He sent me the questions, so I better get prepared for it. Which is more than what most people do. When people bring you on, they don't normally give you a heads up of what they're going to ask you. Just ask you. Try and catch out.
Professional.
Mike says that Ask Gonzo reminds me from the other week.
I do. I do. Oh, God, who could forget Mike's sideburns? Kevin, not Keith. Kevin says it's unfortunately, you don't remember Kevin.
Is it me, guys? Well, no, because I just thought you were called Keith. I have noticed all season that we are very slow in finding teammates when taking throw-ins. I think that's a tactic. I think that's our tactic to slow the game down.
Did you see the geezer doing the backflips and throwing the throw-in after the length of the pitch? That's pretty impressive. I think we need to sign him.
Well, no, because we would still throw it short. Whenever we go to take a long throw-in, we get everyone up in the box. Antonio takes a 5-yard run up and he just throws it to Aaron Creswell, who's standing 2 yards away from him, and then we go backwards. I've never seen. Every time we go to take a long throw, I think it's a trick the other team, which I sort of get, but don't commit your centre forwards up in order to do the trick. Get the ball in the ball. It frustrates me. It's like short corners. It really irks me, which I do not want to see tonight. I do not want to see any short corners tonight. None of that.
Yeah, can you get that Megan's thing back up, please?
Yeah.
What is going on with that emoji, right? The yellow one. What do you think are being excreted from the fingers? The yellow fingers, are they?
It's sound. It's noise.
Is it? They're like little gummy bears or something.
It's
noise.
noise.
Little red blobs. She's saying literally obsessed with West Ham channel. Have some Haribo.
You just wanted me to keep that comment up for a while so the viewers can see the comment. Anyway. The Three Hammers, Luke's here. Three Hammers says, who probably heard us shouting out the other YouTube channels, so I thought I better comment as well, just on the off chance he promotes my channel. But we're not going to promote the Three Hammers YouTube channel. It's worth checking out, but we're not going to promote it. First penalty tonight, what are they?
I was talking about Luke earlier. His ears must have been burning. That's all I'm saying about his comment.
Anyway, Steph says realistic. We'll do that. And we're doing a cup of tea this week. We're doing a cup of tea, so you can pop back for that. Ask that question then. George says he likes Bowen, but if anyone should be dropped, it's him, not Ben Rama. He's been pretty awful recently with horrendous decision making. I take it we're playing Sufal and Johnson as wing backs. We are. That is who our wing backs are.
Although the club haven't confirmed it with us yet, Sammy. Very rude.
Yeah. Top 15 records. Why aren't we starting Ben Rama?
Been a very naughty boy.
Because he's on the bench.
Naughty speak.
Frank says that Solchek is up front.
I'll tell you what, that's an interesting one. That is interesting. I wonder if he does bring a little surprise.
Alan says, do you think Moyes wanted to change formation or that he had to because it suits the players available?
That's up, Alan.
I think there's a bit of that about it, isn't there? No Ogbonna, no Antonio. That's two-thirds of your team impacted, if you like. So you've got to do something, haven't you?
Mm. So what do you mean 2/3? That's 2 players.
No, but it's 2/3 of your pitch. Your defence is impacted and your attack's impacted.
Okay. Fair enough.
In the middle third,
I thought you meant 2 was 2/3 of 11. I was gonna,
To be fair, Antonio probably scores 2/3 of our goals. Ali says, who takes the pen? We get asked this every game. Who's going to take the pen?
Cresswell.
I think it'll be Solchek. I think Solchek will take it. Isaac is doing the Declan Rice thing. Do you know what my shirt is made of? Boyfriend material. Gonzo does not look impressed.
I don't get it.
Material.
Yeah.
The t-shirt's made of a material. So it's made of boyfriend material.
I don't get it.
I can see Charlie in the background, unimpressed with your lack of joke here. Yeah, it's just rubbish. I watched them. They did that video like 3 years ago. And they brought out, because what was another one? I think one of the players said something like, I wish I was your socks so I could take a walk with you or something like that.
It makes you sick. It makes you feel sick.
I wish I was your socks. I could be there for every step of your life or something like that. But that was the point of the video. It was a Valentine's Day video.
Was it like chat-up lines and all that?
Yeah, it was all this cheesy chat-up lines.
Cringy nastiness. Cringy old nastiness. Sorry, Isaac.
If you had to come up with one quickly for a current West Ham player, what would you put?
I don't know. I don't like chat-up lines. Chat-up lines are terrible. Terrible.
Did you see Antonio's last night?
Chat-up line?
Yeah, Antonio done one last night on Twitter. Did you not see it?
No, I'm glad.
He put up a picture of him and his missus, and he said, I love you with all my willy. I would say heart, but my willy's bigger.
Oh,
brilliant. 10 out of 10 from Mikhail. And he's injured. He's not playing tonight, so someone.
Wait, he injured himself last night with his big willy.
Stephen says, I wish I had a pair of glasses. I could see the world through your eyes.
Oh, no. I can't handle it. I can't handle this stuff. Honestly, it makes me cringe. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
There's not enough chat up line.
This is...
Beardy Man Poet is finally giving us a poem. We've asked him for a poem all this time.
What is it? Like, it's hidden behind my camera. Read it to me, Geo. Read it in a lovely voice. What's it say?
Roses are red, chocolates are brown. You're getting neither, so calm the fuck down.
I don't mind that one because it's not corny.
Callum said that Rice is seen as penalty taker according to X, and this Josh guy keeps putting stuff up. Charlie, can you get rid of this Josh bloke? He's doing my nut in. Thank you. Thank you. You should put W.
I've done it. I've got all power crazed in.
James said if you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple. Right, listen.
I don't want to go. This is the good stuff. This is better than talking about the team. I'll do this all day, quite frankly. This is what, yeah, there we go.
Robert says, roses are red, poems are hard, beer.
Excellent. I like that one. Oh, dear. Oh, this is good. Well, so people are wondering why if somebody's tuned into this channel.
If you were a vegetable, you'd be a cucumber.
Oh, Jade. Jade, you're romantic.
Sorry, I couldn't help Sue checking you out.
Oh, Doug. Oh, Doug, this is the good stuff. This is. Sorry, Charlie, you'll have to wait.
You're 45-degree angle because you're a cutie.
We're not even having to do anything here.
Do you play football because you're a keeper?
Oh, dear.
I think we will, Dan. Valentine's Day stream next year. I think we will.
Yeah, it can't be on Valentine's Day because that's the way to a divorce.
The disabled team says you tuned into the channel for the first time. And
I'm sorry.
Probably the last time. Thanks for coming. Before you disappear.
We apologise.
This is a long one. I think I've seen. There's 20 letters in the alphabet. No, there's 26. I forgot you, RQT, her. That's 25. I'll give you the D later. Oh, my word. I see where he's coming from here.
Huh?
Right. Do you see where it says you? I'll say that, and you read the bit that says her, okay?
Okay.
There's 20 letters in the alphabet.
No, 26.
I forgot you are RQT.
Ah!
There's another bit.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you the D later.
No, how can you not read it? Your line is that's 25. How can you not read it? It's right there.
It's not right there. I've had to move everything. It's all mucked up. We've lost that new guy who's just tuned into the channel.
I wish I was cross-eyed so I could see you twice. Is your name Wi-Fi? Because I'm really feeling a connection.
It's so terrible. It's so terrible.
Tom says that we need a better goalie than Martin on the bench. I don't think that's going to get you anywhere.
That's not romantic at all. Imagine going up to a girl in a club and saying that. All right, love, we need a better keeper than Martin on the bench.
Roses are red, violets are glorious. Never sneak up on us because Pistorius.
Oh, Steve, that's a good one. It's a really good one. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, brilliant.
Right on the players are trip for Valentine's Day. I took my mother-in-law to the airport.
Oh no, yeah, he'd get rid of his mother-in-law. I get that one, yes.
Right, I think we'll start. We're gonna have to start. Is your name Earl Grey? Because you look like a hot tea.
Oh dear. Oh dear. We're definitely not promoting your channel now.
Oh, brilliant. Are you a light switch because you're turning me on?
Can you imagine actually saying that to a girl at a bar? Well, you actually go to a bar for a start.
This is brilliant. Do you keep birds as pets? Because you look like you've had a cockatoo.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh, it's basically that one. You're calling not romantic. You're calling someone a slapper. Oh dear! You've had a cock.
Super Human says expects Dawson to keep the two youngsters in back in check.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about
this
anymore.
Your tights or a stairway to heaven.
Oh dear!
Right,
oh, wonderful! Oh dear!
That's enough chat up lines. Listen, let's have we've got disappear in a minute, but we're here for the watch along. We've got a watch along coming right up with Charlie here for the duration of the game. I'm going to join him at half time. Then myself are going to be back for the review live at full time. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and here comes Charlie Walsh with the watch along.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the watch along. It's, of course, brought into collaboration with Stuart Morris Accounts, as per usual. The best accountants. They're in Ilford. Personal, corporate. Check them out. They're always around. But it's good to see you all. How are you? Don't think I can quite match whatever nonsense that was. I can't lie to you. I don't think I'm going to be able to. But we move. I hope you're all right. It's West Ham United. It's Sheffield United. It's in the Premier League. It's a tense game. It's a big game. I'm kind of looking forward to it in a very scared kind of way. Obviously, I've seen the team news from the previous show, and that's kind of shaking me up a little bit. I can't lie, but I want to know, more importantly, how you lot are feeling. How are you feeling ahead of the match? What are your vibes? Are you confident? Let's answer that. First question, are you confident going into the game? First thing I'll say is Robert Gates, Charlie Lucas Smith. Thank you, Rob. I've sent you a Twitter DM, Rob, just a minute ago. I'll speak to you after the show. Charlie, to start a show. Let's be real. The start of the show was to chat about 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes has got nothing to do with me, Geo or Gonzo, to be fair. Good to see you, Chuck. How are you, my friend? How's things? What else we got? Good to see you. Good to see you, Schizo Mace. Hope things are well for you. In Charlie, we trust. Confidence, says Beardy Man Poet. 3-0 Irons. I like that sort of confidence coming into the game. Coming into a game which you wouldn't be bullied for saying you weren't confident. To be fair, I think that's a bold claim, but I like it. Hi, Charlie from Rhodes. 2-0 Irons. Good to see you, Steve. First of all, Osprey, all right, mate. Secondly, 2-0 Irons. Like that. Very confident, says Rob. 2-0 says Alex Stepp. 2-0 West Ham. Very confident as always. Not without Oggy, says Kane. No, says Dean. See, this is the thing. Big no, says James. It's the dichotomy. We don't have our strongest team. We're missing Ogbonna. We're missing Antonio. And yet, we're facing a team lower down. We've still got we still think on paper, if you looked at the two sides, ours might be stronger. This is why I'm asking. It's an interest. I'm genuinely interested to see what the people are thinking. I think it will be a win for us as Waywist. Paolo, I've not got a clue yet what those odds are. Does anyone actually understand odds? I've got no idea, bro. I'll be real with you. I can't. When Geo sometimes says odds, lost. 1-0 wins says Connor United. Chat's moving so quickly right now. I'm struggling to click. Hi, Charlie. You guys have it. I'm predicting 3-0 to you guys. Appreciate that, Nippon. Appreciate that. Good to see you. Is Antonio on the bench? Says Finn. He is not. So let's just read it. If you've missed the teams, this is the teams. West Ham line up. Fabianski, Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Johnson, Souček, Rice, Lanzini, Lingard, Bowen up front with the bench of Martin, Fredericks, Baptiste, Alves, Coventry, Noble, Fornals, Benrahma, Odebeko. No Antonio in the squad whatsoever. And a very young-looking bench. You know, you're looking at Baptiste, you're looking at Alves, you're looking at Coventry, all youth players, all rocking up on the bench. If you're looking for the Sheffield United side, Ramsdale, Basham, Egan, Ampadu, Bogle, Stevens on either side of them, Norwood, Osborne, Lundstrom in the middle, and Biddy Sharp and McGoldrick up front, with Fotheringham, Lowe, Baldock, Burke, Brewster, Jagielka, McBurney, Bryan, and Maguire. That's the Sheffield United lineup. There we go. So if you're looking for that. Everyone's saying hello. I'll tell you what, because everyone's saying hello, let's say hello to everyone in the chat. Now, if I don't say your name as this happens, it's because of the chat moves so quickly that it updates in a weird way. So I might miss you out. I hope I don't. But hello to Alex Stepp, Andrew Bays, Beardy Man Poet, Ben Cargill, Boot Hammer, Brad, Kane, Carnes, Cheddars, Chippy, Chris, Chuck, Clarkey, Connor United, Dean, Duvet Dancer, Dylan, Finn, Football Addict, Frost Tornado, Gary, Henry, INX1, Isaac, Izzy, Jack, Jake, James, Jay, Kingsley Boo, Kevin Buring, Lassie Holgeberg, Logan Bowser, good to see you, my friend. Matthew, Michael, Nippon, Paolo, Ray Wist, Richie from Rock, Rob Gates, Russell, Susan, Schizo Base, Scott B, Steve Chaotic, Steve Helson, Stephen Lissett, Brunsfield, I never know how to pronounce it, my friend. I'm sorry. Stevie C, Suze X, The Unit, Vargolf, Waddy World, West Until I Die, Will Shepherd, and Woody Numbers, Alan. Hello to you all. If I missed your name, I apologize. Leslie, I think I missed your name, for example. Harry, I might have missed yours. The chat so quickly that it's very difficult to keep up. But hello, everyone. I'll be here. It's live, 17 minutes until kickoff. It's on BT Sport. But if you don't watch it, if you're not watching the game via BT Sport, link in the description below for Discord. If you click on that, you join it. It's completely free to join. We always post links in there. There's a bit called streaming. You click on there. There's 5 different options you watch the match. If you want to do it, Discord link below. Get involved. Get on that. And you can watch the game together. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. So I'm seeing a sort of mixed response here about confidence levels. Some people very confident, some people not very confident. I genuinely don't know how I lie here, like at all, because I'm looking at that West Ham lineup. I didn't think Antonio was going to play a part in this game. I didn't think Ogbonna was going to play a part in this game. I'm a bit surprised Benrahma's been dropped. I can't lie. I feel like that's maybe something I'm a bit shocked by, because I think he's been in good form. But even then, I look at that team and I think that's pretty good. Lanzini, Lingard, and Bowen, if they can get tight, get close, get working, I reckon there's a potential to really put some damage in, really put the boot in on Sheffield United here. Obviously in horrendous form at the moment, bottom of the table. They're not doing well at all. I think they're bottom of the table still. I think there's an opportunity here, but at the same time, we're not strong. So it's like, I'm confident-ish, but I don't know where my scoreline prediction will be. And by the end of this stream, I want to get to that point. Through your comments, I want you to influence me here. want you to influence me here. How are you feeling? What do you think the keys are to this game? How do you think it's going to play out? Antonio was questionable. This is the thing. With Mikel Antonio, whenever there is even the slightest hint of any injury, I just suspect he's gone and he's dead and he's buried and it's not happening because of how injury prone he is. I almost think about it, if I have no expectations, then they can't be lowered. You know what I mean? Then when it happens, I get hyped and he can score and it does madness. But that's the sort of way I look at it. Maybe rightly or wrongly. Preparing my evening dish of potato salad. Come on, Johannes. Come on, Michael. Come on. Hopefully a fitting meal for the game. I have the rest of Domino's from yesterday. So not quite the same vibe. Health-wise, all West Ham related, but it is what it is. Big up, Charlie. Hello, all good to see you, Mr. Pete Hammer. Nice to see you. 1-0, so can't see boo. Okay. I could see it being low scoring. I can't lie, but at the same time, I think it's going to be wild. Let's talk sports. Hi, Charlie. Good to see you, my friend Dave. I think we'll win, but not convincing. If Geo had mentioned it, but you haven't checked out, Let's Talk Sports has started his own podcast. Dave's started his own podcast. Go check it out. I've been on there. Ben Glander's been on there. He's been interviewing other fans from other sports as well. Some basketball stuff's been on there at the moment, for example. Go and have a check. Go and have a gander. It's really good. And he's a great lad. Go check it out. But I think that's fair. The convincing that I can't decide if it will be emphatic either way, and I think that's why I'm getting a bit shooketh in that sense. You know what I mean? Mikel Antonio has appeared and has said we can do it without me. Mikel, or Mixhale, I guess I should call you in this case. I hope you're right, my friend. I hope you're right. I really do. I don't know if I believe you yet, but I hope you are. Do you try the Detroit pizza? Is that at Domino's? I don't know what that is. Tell me what it is though, because I'm intrigued. I'll tell you now, it was just a margarita, but I'm interested in this Detroit thing. 3-1 says Football Addict. Okay. I think, okay. See, Paolo says, I fancy a low scoring game of the first goal in the second half. That could be also very true. I mean, both defensive sides, both playing 5 at the back, both looking to counter on the other one. That's actually probably a very strong shout, Paolo. Now I'm starting to think about it a bit more. That's actually a very strong shout. Matty Seglol, does anyone have a free stream, please? Matt, in the description below, there's a Discord. Click that, join that. It's free. There's a bit called Stream Links. There's 5 different options for you to watch the game. If you can't watch it, of course, on BT Sport, which is where it's being shown in the UK, there's options for you, my friend. Go and have a check. Go and have a join. Completely free, of course. Low scoring and close. 3-1 says Sid Bellafin and Shield. I assume he's not talking about Roman Reigns, but we'll move on. What else are we saying? As much as I love Antonio, says Mark, whenever he plays, I hate the constant long ball we play to him. Without him, we play it on the floor with more pace to our game. Do you know what? That's an interesting point. Antonio does give you the freedom of an out ball like that. I think, I think that's a fair shout. He does give you the opportunity to just sort of punt it at him, and he could probably make it work. That's actually a really strong shout. I've never thought about it that way before. And I have the games we haven't played him. I'm thinking back to the Villa. I'm thinking about, was it Villa? No, Villa. Was it? The Doncaster one's the easy one to think about. When we were really intricate and good. I think that's an interesting point. I hadn't really thought about that, Mark. To get a last minute opinion, I'll tell you who we'll ask. I'll tell you who we'll ask. It's only this place. It's Raymond Bourne. Ray rocking a Brazil shirt of all shirts. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, well, actually sponsored another show. But...
Oh, is that the West Ham Fan TV one?
Yeah.
That's a good shirt, to be fair. That is a very good shirt. When I saw that shirt, I was like, that is a great shirt you can get from West Ham Fan TV if you want. Shout out to them as well. They deserve it. How are you? How are you feeling? How's your vibe?
Oh, I'm excited. I like it when Moisey tries something different. I don't like it when he does it all the time. But I do like it when he's back against the wall, so he has to try something different. Same like the other day when we played Aston Villa, and everyone was like, Fredericks, bit weird. But then we saw the master plan, and it all come together. So I'm excited. It's different. It's new. It's definitely going to bring the conversation to Sheffield United going, oh, we're not too sure what they're going to do, because front three any of them three can interact in all three different positions, and I like that. It's good.
I like the fact they don't know as well.
Yeah.
That's something I think is like a big thing in this game is we don't know, they don't know. And I think actually you look at that front three, as much as there isn't a striker, hopefully they get close. We see some interchanges and that could really cause the Sheffield United backline some problems. What I would ask is when you're thinking about that striker position, and this question comes courtesy of OSRS alternate commentary. When you're thinking about that striker position, who would you rather play there? Would you rather play the Fiend or Braun Strowman, Ray?
I would the Fiend.
Really? Fox in a box? You don't know where he's going to pop up, right place, right time kind of thing?
The lights go out, the mystery. But if I had to pick someone different, Finn Balor would just rock in as a demon.
See, out of the two of them, I think Braun would work better in the system. Big man, strong, running through, barging through, very Antonio-esque, you know. I think it'd probably work slightly better within the system. But yeah, that's cool. So yeah, do you know what? I don't know whether I'm confident or not yet. I can't figure it out for the life of me. I keep looking at it, and I think as much as that isn't our strongest team, that's still stronger than Sheffield United's team, who is significantly lower in the league than us right now. I don't know, Ray. I don't know. Convince me either way. I don't know. Should I be confident? Yes or no?
Yes, you should. Right?
Okay, lay it on me.
This is why. Because Moyes has thought about this and brought in someone out of the cold. Let's be honest, Lanzini's been brought out of the cold to do something different. Not only has he got this, but he's got someone who's on the bench that can make an impact in Benrahma. So if it's not going to plan, he can change it, revert it back, and do some other things. So the first thing, so we've not got the fornicator in there, Fornals. He's on the bench, isn't
he? Yeah, he is, yeah.
So you've got work rates to come on. You've got a magical man in Benrahma to come on. So you've got two options there, and they're probably going to be the two subs that have come on. Do you see any other subs coming on?
I mean, I'm looking at the substitutes now, and I'm thinking realistically, Fornals and Benrahma are the two. I think there's an option. I think there's a chance for Odebeku. I do. I don't know what Moyes thinks about him. The Man United thing really dented any confidence I had had any hope of playing any more games ever while David Moyes was there. I think when he got substituted back off on the live stream with Geo, I literally said the words, well, I hope you like seeing Odebeku because it's not going to happen again.
Who's
playing left?
Yeah, who's playing left?
I don't know. I have no idea. Who does the chat think? I mean, left wing back, we've got Johnson, obviously, but then...
How did Johnson do on his first game?
He was decent.
No, didn't he get subbed off after 25 minutes? Under Moyes, sorry.
Maybe, but I'm thinking, the ones I'm thinking of are the City game when he first played at left back and he was decent. And then I thought when he came on against Man United at left wing back, I thought he played all right again. I think is why we've gone back to the system we have now, because I think we actually played pretty decently in that game.
Yeah. And
but playing ahead of him, I have no idea.
Don't forget, Rice has got pulled up. No, sorry. The reason why I'm bringing this up, Charlie, is to say that some people, youth players, have had shocking games. But now look at Declan Rice. He's had some shocking games. And now he's been brought back into the fold. Now, if Odebeku just gets one goal, just even a tap-in or something like that, it will do his confidence very good. He may not get minutes on the game. He may not even come on. But it's nice to see him around the team. I think Geo said it earlier. You know, he's done something to prove to Moyes that he deserves to be on the bench. He must have done something. Or unless we haven't got any other options. I hope he's done something.
I mean, the fact our bench is so young. I mean, I was looking at that bench again. You've got Baptiste, Alves, and Coventry on there, as well as Odebeku. It denotes we have no one else. But at the same time, I'm kind of excited to see them there. Woody Allen, of course, says that ex-West Ham employee says the front three will interchange. I think attacking-wise, that definitely should be the case. I think defensively, we'll probably see a more consistent right and left wing back or right and left midfielder who convert backwards, just because he'll have ones which he prefers in that position. But I have no idea who it will be. Maybe we won't. Maybe they'll change a lot. I think that's quite a complicated system to play. I don't know, but I have confidence that it will actually happen. Maybe a bit. Don't know where that confidence is coming from at all. There was a question I saw a second ago. Where was it? Oh, this was something I wanted to ask your opinion on. Sam P says, I suppose this is an impromptu birthday present for Manu. I sincerely hope he has a good game and turns around his form. Do you believe that it's a birthday present for Lanzini, or do you think this is actually something Moyes wanted to do?
Yeah, I think it's something Moyes has wanted to do. I think Moyes has probably worked on this for a little while, not just like over last week. I think he's had this plan in his back pocket for a while, which is good. I'm starting to, and dare I say it, I'm starting to see a game plan by Moyes.
Oh my God.
But I always think he has a good game plan to start off with. It's just his in-game management I've always worried about at times. So let's see how he does. I'm excited, Charlie. I like different. And if it doesn't go wrong, if it doesn't go right, and we cock it all up, which is normally something West Ham do, we've tried something different.
We have tried, and that's fair. Good evening, Clips. Good to see you, my friend. And what I'll say is this. We are, how long away from kickoff are we at this point, Ray? Like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that?
What? Yeah. I'm on adverts promoting Greg's. Well, that's it.
Oh, well, what a time to be alive. One good thing to promote. We are 4 minutes away from kickoff. If you're going to leave us for the match, that's fine. I hope you enjoy the match. You can come back at half time. We'll be live. Then we'll be live at full time. And then there'll be a review with Geo Gonzo live right after that. We'll be here until then. I'll post a link in the chat. I'll spam it. You can go on and watch that at half time. I'll have Ray here as well as Geo will be popping back. Go on, Ray.
I have a question.
Oh, lob it in there, my friend.
Did you watch NXT TakeOver coming last night?
I have not seen it yet. I had to try and get as much. I had to try and get as much sleep before today to watch it because I've not been well over the weekend, obviously. So my body was like, you just got to recover. So I was just sleeping, and I was like, at one point I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, and I opened up my phone and I started to see stuff, and I was like, no, put it back straight back down again. So after this, I will be watching that. No spoilers in chat, please.
No spoilers because it's good.
Yeah, I'm hyped. But yeah, so if you're new around here, subscribe, like the video, of course. We do tons of stuff. You don't want to miss it. Literally non-stop. There's going to be like 4 videos today alone. And that's just here. That doesn't even include extra videos on the Patreon. That's how much we're bringing. That's how big we're moving. That's how big. Ray, you're a patron. Is it worth it?
No. There
you go. You know, you tried. We tried. But there we go.
I got back. I'm excited for the badge. No, I do like this. Breakfast show. I love the breakfast show as well.
Exactly. Breakfast shows and the match day mornings. We've got the tactics videos with Geo. You got some show called Two Spanners, One Hammer, Ray. I don't know what that's like. It seems those hosts, Charlie and Ray, they seem a bit.
See, the host is all right. The co-host, he's a bit of a bald shambles. He's all right.
Well, there we go. Two Spanners, One Hammer, which you can appear on, of course, patreon.com/Hammers Chat. And hey, subscribe to this channel, like the video, and all that good stuff. If you're enjoying the match, make sure you enjoy it wherever you're doing. And I hope we have a big one. Are you laying the smacketh down for the patron? Says Robert. You know it, bro. The people's elbow. I'm bringing it. Chris says, see you lot at halftime. See you then, my friend. See you then.
I'm going to go, Charlie. I love you.
Before you go, score prediction. Go.
Oh, I want to say 2-1, but I'm actually going to go a bit more confident. I'm going to go 3-0, West Ham top 4. Come on!
Big. Enjoy yourself, Ray. Enjoy the match. You overconfident madman. Let's go. See you later, my friend.
Bye.
What an absolute lunatic. So, match is about to kick off. I am opening up my BT Sport. And while I do that, what are your score predictions, everyone? Lob them in the chat right now. Let's see them. Final score predictions right before the game. You know the teams. You know the subs bench. You know the lineups. You don't probably know who's going to play where yet. We'll all figure that out as it comes. But what are your score predictions? Let's get them in just right before the match starts. Are we joined live at halftime, as I previously said, with Ray Borman and Geo Mackie? I'll probably let them talk for a bit and go toilet and stuff because, you know, doing a show for 2.5 hours by yourself, sometimes you need to pee. I'm saying it. Sometimes you need to pee. 3-0 says Boothammer. Good to see Johnson start, says Paul. I agree. I think good. He also says that he's top 4 here becomes bold. Hi, Reva. How are you, my friend? Hope you're all right. 3-1 says Football Addict. 2-0 says Mayor. 1-0 says Andre. I was going to say Andre. I don't know why. Wally's saying 1-0 West Ham. 1-0 Sheffield. Okay, Wally. I mean, that's fair. Glenn Knightley checking in. Glenn Knightley, sorry. I don't know why. I'm all over the shop, Glenn, today. But good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I hope you're all well. Hope this finds you well. 2-2 hard game, says Macaulay. 3-1. 3-1, says Revo. 3-1 Lingard with 1. Do you know what? That's the thing I'm very excited to see. Can Jay Lings get a goal? If he does, I'll try and do his hand thing again. I still haven't figured it out. I did figure it out when he scored against Villa, but I don't remember. 1-0 West Ham top 4. 3-1 Hammer, says Glenn. 4-1. If Lanzini plays well, we win 2-1. It will do me. I think that's fair, John. I think that's fair. First of all, good to see you, my friend. Second of all, I think that's fair. Look, at this, to be honest with you, given our current state of form and stuff, any win I would probably take. Any win I'd probably take. A good performance and a win, even if it's 1-0, 2-1, doesn't really matter. I'd probably be all right with that. As long as we put in the performance and we get the 3 points. I think that's a fair point. 3-0 says Marlon. 3-1 Lanzini to score first. 2-0 says Paulo Ferreira. 2-0 West Ham, says Chuck. 2-1 says L. Good to see you. Everyone shouted kickoff, so I will be slightly behind because we're on BT Sport. Whenever we're on BT Sport, I will always be slightly behind, which is very frustrating. So I'll be about 2 minutes behind. The teams are just about to kick off now. I'll let you know. When kickoff happens on my screen, so you know how far behind I am. The teams have all taken the knee. Duvet does says 3-1. Diop's back in, says for blood. He is. And here we go. Just so you know where kickoff is about to take place. Oh, there's a little false start, everyone. False start. Kickoff did not take place. Hold the horses. Kickoff has taken place. There we go. It's West Ham United versus Sheffield United in the Premier League. West Ham had the opportunity to go fourth for a short amount of time at least. 1-0. It's Lingard assist, Bowen goal. I'm really excited to see Lingard today. I'm very, very excited to see Lingard today. I can't lie to you. I can't. 3-0 says Tian. Haller scored again. Should have sold him in the summer playing without strikers. Disgraces. And it's frustrating, my friend. It's very frustrating. It doesn't surprise me that he's scoring again. He's played very well for Ajax so far. 2-2 says Mankari. No. Says one. No. I assume that's to the are we underestimating Sheffield, says Paolo. I assume that was to that. If not, I appreciate your negativity. Are we underestimating them? This is the thing. I don't know. I literally do not know. I have no idea what Sheffield is going to turn up today. And that kind of excites me a little bit. This is a game of a lot of variables, and I'm not sure which way we're going to go. Arthur Gatwood with a solid... okay. Arthur, I thought that was a score prediction for a second, and I went a bit wild. I apologize. That was saying how far behind I was. Okay. Thank you, Arthur. I appreciate it. I thought you were saying it was going to be 16-1 to Sheffield, and I was about to start questioning you. I was wrong to question you at any point. I apologize. Alabar says 3-0 to Sheffield. I mean, it is what it is. Ben Rama goal today, says L. Do you know what? A, thank you for calling me Sea Dog. I will take that all days of the week. B, if he comes on, I could see him. I reckon it could be a great subs for him to come on and do some big moves, big plays. They'll be a bit tired. They're not going to want to see someone like Ben Rama come on. I'd be interested in that. Early chance for Sheffield United, cross came in, cleared away by Ben Johnson. I'd be interested, is what I'm saying. I would be interested. How do we start with the ball and give him a free kick, says Ben? Listen, if anyone could, it's us. It's us. King says 1-1. Jesse says 4-1 at West Ham win. What else we say? 3-0, says Alfie. Come on, Deborah's supporting the boys. What do you think about McGoldrick? What do I think about McGoldrick? Lanzini always getting through. Lanzini's starting the more central, although he's just trotting back out to the right now. I'll be interested to see what we do here. I'm interested to see how that front three develop, see how they move. What do I think about McGoldrick? I think McGoldrick is... How do I word it? Do you know what? McGoldrick is McGoldrick. he's one of those people who he just, you know what you're gonna get. You know what you're gonna get. He's a big guy. He's a big presence in the box. He's not super great. He's not got tons of quality, but he works within the system. Free kick on the edge of the box there. Iron Bowen going down under, I think, Osborne. He's the person who zoomed in on anyway. Great opportunity. A couple of people on the free kick, to be fair. We've got Cresswell. We've got Lanzini on there who can hit him. Some people on there who might want to have a pop from this. But yeah, he's one of those people who you know what you're going to get, and we'll see where that develops with him. It's a case of, I don't think he's great, but if you play that system, it works very well. You know, he is what he is. That's not to diss him. That's just the way he is. Ray, I do like Billy Sharp. He scored goals for me in the Champions League on FM. Can't remember what year though. Also, Ray, he likes wrestling. Therefore, he's good by me. Free kick's going to be taken. Declan Rice is standing over it as well as Cresswell. Declan, of course, been taking free kicks a lot recently as well. Try not to look at chat for spoilers. Declan hits it. Save. Ooh, who goes down? Someone went down. Dawson? Hang on, is that a penalty? It's a penalty. It's a penalty to West Ham. It's a penalty. Ender Stevens, I think, has taken out Craig Dawson, I think it was. It did look like Dawson. I was a bit shocked. Stevens has gone across. He's having a little conversation with the ref there. So Rice hits the ball. It was a nothing free kick, if we're honest. It was a palmed away into the path of Craig Dawson, who was sort of, again, going absolutely nowhere apart from towards the corner flag. He taps the ball ahead. Stevens puts his foot across to try and get it. And it's just one of those ones where it's as simple as it's a penalty. Our first penalty of the season. I'm trying to desperately to avoid the chat. I'm looking at myself in the camera, so I don't look at the chat to try and avoid it. First penalty of the season. I think it's Declan Rice who's going to step up. Everyone's standing around. I assume this is a VAR check. Declan Rice is holding the ball. He has been taking a lot of set pieces, so it wouldn't surprise me if he took this. Or is it offside? Is Dawson offside? I think Dawson's offside. He looks offside. Have we been robbed of our first penalty of the season? Robbed, I mean, to be fair, I feel like it is probably offside, to be fair. So it's not really robbed, it was totally fair. But at the same time, have we been robbed of our first penalty of the season? I mean, to me, that looks offside. I don't know what the rules are. We'll find out, I guess, in a second. I could look at the chat for spoilers, but I'm trying not to. Ender Stevens will be very happy if this is not given. I'm trying so desperately not to look at the chat. It's very difficult when it's basically my other screen, when I've got two screens. Referee, VAR. Offside, no penalty. We are not getting our first penalty of the season. Let me look yet. No pen, offside. To be fair, it was offside. Decisions take long. I saw it in 3 seconds by a thin hair. No pen. This ref's belt is way too tight. If there's anyone who understands that, it's me. I don't wear a belt, though. I don't own any belts. I need to get a belt because I don't need to talk about that. So it's no penalty. It's no penalty. It's no penalty. I'm getting a phone call from my friend who's an Arsenal fan. He might, to be fair, Adam, if you're watching this, if you're watching this, Adam, I'm online. So I'll just send him a text and tell him I'm online, so I can't answer your phone. Literally live right now, bruv. Because, he does watch these videos sometimes, but clearly not frequently enough. Bit offended, but we'll move on. That's fine. So it's no penalty. No penalty for the first West Ham penalty this season. Still waiting. Sheffield United, a slight reprieve there. Will it come back to haunt us? Let's see. Hunter, nice to see you, my friend. Come back in 5 minutes when you've learned to count. We've got no pens. Oh, McGoldrick picks it up. Fabianski collects it. Do you know what? Not entirely certain what the hell he was trying to do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Listen, appreciate him for doing it. But yeah, he had nothing there. He had nothing there at all. Bizarre. Anyway, VR takes so long. Yeah, I guess the argument is they have to get it right. So they take forever to get it right, but they have to, because if they started getting it really wrong all of the time because they went too quickly, then there'd be criticism. I think it's such a I don't know, man. I don't know. Reagan, does anyone have a link? Has anyone got links to stream the game? Yes, Regan. I'm glad you asked. Then the Discord link below, the top link in the description. Click on that. It's free to join our Discord, and there's a bit in there called Stream Links. We have 5 different options for you to watch the game. Have a look. It's on BT Sport in the UK if you can watch it that way. But otherwise, have a look in there. Have a look in there, my friend. Get involved. Come get involved. 2-1 says Itu. Okay. Do you know what? I'd take that. What happened to Dawson? In what sense, Belcar? In what sense? Also, solid Lego Star Wars. Solid Lego Star Wars avatar. Appreciate that. Great PS2 games. Good ball down the line for Billy Sharp. Billy Sharp, of all people, charging forward. Got to respect him. Very old. He's been playing top flight football for 800 years. Didn't realize it was a game. It's fine. I'm just saying, if you watched all my videos, you know I'm joking, obviously. Don't worry about it. Hope you're well. What's your prediction? We're facing Sheffield, Adam. How badly do you not want to watch this football game as an Arsenal fan? How badly do you not want to watch this game? Sheffield playing better than expected. This is Paolo. They're certainly stepping up. They're certainly getting forward a little bit, doing a little bit here and there, you know. I don't think they're playing out their shoes or anything, but I don't think we are by any stretch of the imagination. Played in. Ooh, that was the ghost noise I've made there is what that was. Corner came in from Sheffield United, and there was a bit flapping there. A bit of Flappy Hansky doing some old Flappy Hansky bits, maybe. To be fair to him, every single player in the world was in his way, and he couldn't get to the ball to punch it. Neither could Dawson. Dawson sort of just heads it down for another corner to stay safe, which, you know, I don't know why I got shook. Craig Dawson was involved, but far from certain. Second corner comes in. Souček and Lanzini combine to get it away. Jesse Lingard. Oh, Jesse Lingard. Yes. Come on. Nutmegs a guy on his way through. Takes the entire team forward with him. What a boy. He's got Johnson overlapping. Hits Lanzini in the middle. Can't quite do anything with it. Tell you what, Jesse Lingard doing bits though. Jesse Lingard doing bits. Played in, headed away. Sheffield United failing to hook it clear. Souček does well to find Lingard again. Again, Lanzini seems to be taking up the most central roles out of the three of them, but so is Bowen right now, to be fair. I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going to happen with that sort of front three and how they're going to figure out on the way forward. I'll tell you what, Ben Johnson just did a little cheeky Cruyff turn, tried to play the ball in with his left foot, which was never happening, unfortunately, for him. But, you know, you got to respect the effort. Right. Not that one. Where was the other one, Adam? There you go. 3-0 West Ham win. Okay, well, that's fair. I appreciate it. I don't know how I feel, but I appreciate it. Diop is a headless chicken, says Tom. He can be. At the same time, sometimes he can be incredibly good. I think we've got to have patience with him personally. I think we really do. How that works out in the long term, I don't know. Love the salmon pink shirts. They're going to get smoked. The Sheffield United away kit or third kit, this salmon pink's very reminiscent of Mark Henry's retirement, which is something I'm just going to say out loud for the people who appreciate it and then move on, because some other people might not. Hi, says Karim, and hi, says Joe. Hello, Karim and Joe. Good to see you both. We have no height up front, so why we put crosses in? We hope Souček gets there, I guess, is my answer, Wally. I don't really think. To be fair, it's all David Moyes ever does is cross the ball, if we're being honest about it. Do you remember he was Man United manager and he had 85 crosses in a single match? That was fun. Question for the chat. Paolo says, what's the slang in England for a goalkeeper that let that let it pass everything. Many, but ask the chat. Chat, what are you vibing? Allison, just 100% sweet. I mean, you know, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hello from Brazil, says Fabiana. Good to see you, my friend. I do not speak Russian, unfortunately. I apologize. I cannot read Cyrillic, but you're more than welcome here. Good to see you. Lanzini to Lingard hits it, save. Oh, follow up. No. Ramsdale not convincingly gets it away, but it is away at least. It is away at least. It was a good opportunity there. I tell you what, the three of them are getting into interesting positions. Bowen hasn't done much yet, but to be fair, he's not really had the chance to. Lanzini and Lingard starting to link up quite well. Again, now Lanzini's taken up the space at right mid and Lingard on the left, with Bowen as sort of more central of the three. I'm just interested to see how they sort of float around. You know, did I slap the mic at the same time? Yeah, I did do that. I'm sorry. Difficult match balance. I mean, I don't really know how exactly they're gonna. That's three, because again, none of them are. Bowen will put the work rate in defensively, but I don't think he's incredible at it. But then again, the other two aren't really known for it either. So I don't really know which ones Moyes would trust most in that situation. And he seems to be the only one I haven't really seen drifting out onto that right-hand side too much yet. I don't know. I'm just interested to see the positions they end up taking, you know? Just interested to see the positions they take. Do we have 11 players on the pitch? Is Dawson alone in defence? Are we expecting Rice and Souček to create something? All questions, Chippy. I wish I could answer. We do have... I mean, on a technical level, we have 11 players. In defense, we don't just have Dawson. Are we expecting them to create something? Yeah, probably. But, I mean, what David Moyes wants and what David Moyes gets are two separate things. What David Moyes wants, what I think David Moyes wants, are also two separate things. And we're also two separate things. Just sort of trying to flip through my... I'm hearing something kick off. I have no idea what. Okay, all right. Sorry. I had noises in my ears and I didn't know what it was. I'm just getting rid of them. There we go. Thoughts on Sheffield United this season? To be honest with you, Archie, I haven't seen enough of them. I haven't watched enough football in general this year, if we're being perfectly honest. This season, I've been a bit all over the shop. I think if you look at it realistically, you say last season they overperformed and this season they're underperforming. I think the truth of where they actually lie is probably somewhere in the middle. I think that's quite a safe thing to say in terms of a team when they finish so high and then finish so low. But at the same time, I do think it's true. They're very much a team who have still only just got promoted in terms of quality. They're lacking certain stars. I mean, up front, for example, they don't have anyone. I mean, Rhian Brewster would have been the hope, but that's a young bet that wasn't always going to come off. You would look at it and you would say, actually, I think they're still missing a proven Premier League goal scorer or a proven top flight goal scorer. I don't care if it's from the Premier League or a different country. I don't really give a crap. I think Brewston can become that, but until he becomes that, you still need someone else to actually do it. Outside of that, I think they've got some decent enough players, but Dean Henderson went a long way for them last season, and Ramsdale was nowhere near that. They're just lacking in quality. I don't think they're this bad, but they are lacking in quality. However, I would have said, if you were to say where should Sheffield United finish, probably just like they would probably still be, if not in the relegation zone, just above it. You know what I mean? I like their manager. I like the system they play, but it is a case of they're going to be in this exact same situation until they improve their squad, I think, unfortunately for them. Sheffield United, if they go down, would you look at picking up any players as Ray? Again, I guess Brewster's the obvious one. But because again, it depends on his money. He's a risk and he's a long-term investment. But if it's a long-term investment that pays off, it pays off. Is he good enough to start? No. Would he suit Antonio's role? I guess he would. Yeah, there you go. Duvet Dancer said only Ryan Brewster for me. I think. Oh, that's a good one. Logan's just put. I was just having a think there. Logan's put one in. Bogle. Jaden Bogle, I'd consider actually. That's a great shout. I mean, the problem is we finally got sort of right back sorted out of nowhere. We finally managed to sort that out. But Bogle was very good. Oh, it's a good opportunity for Sufal. Can't quite get there, but it was a nice idea. Lingard and Bowen linking up, playing through Sufal, who not the quickest boy, but he went for it. God bless him. Nice build-up play, yeah. So who would I say, Ray? Do you know what? If Moyes wants Lundstrom, which is the rumour that keeps getting put around, if Moyes wants Lundstrom, then you get Lundstrom. He's probably going to be cheap. And again, if he likes him, go get him. The midfield person I really like for them is Sander Berg. Were we leaving links with? I don't think we were, but I like Sander Berg a lot. I'd be here for it. I'd be here for it if we could get that. Flex an interesting option, but I probably wouldn't. I'll tell you what, let me just have a quick look at Sheffield squad. Because I feel like I'm missing someone. Let's have a gander as West Ham have a throw in down the right hand side. Berg, Jack Rodwell. Oh, they flipping had what's his name for a hot second, didn't they? Ravel Morrison before he left. Yeah, I guess those are the options. Ethan Ampadu, but he's only on loan from Chelsea. Would be an interesting option again, but again, he is only on loan from Chelsea. Yeah, so I think they're the obvious ones. Jeffrey Stelly, you're a liar, and I appreciate you for being gay. How are you, my friend? How's things in the US of frickin' A? Lingard looks the only switched on player we have apart from Dawson by necessity. Are these players nervous because of no Ogvar? Oh, and also Sander Berg, thank you. I'll answer Alan's question at the same time here. How are we playing? I think, again, Lingard has the most to gain almost out of this team in a weird way. And I think we're going to see performances like this from him. I don't know whether they'll be consistent over the course of the season. It might be a case of one off, one on, one off, one on. But he is looking very sharp. He's looking to create. He's finding... When he finds himself in deep areas, he's not afraid to, like earlier on, he nutmegged a guy and then went for a big run, which forced everyone up the pitch. We're obviously lacking that out ball. I can't remember who mentioned it earlier on. I think, was it Mark? I can't remember who mentioned it earlier on, and I apologize. But whoever said about when we have Antonio in a pitch, we always tend to just punt it long and then hope that he does something with it. And without that, we try to play a bit more intricate and a bit more nice. Without that out ball, we sort of are looking towards the Lingards to create something decent, and Lanzini, who seem to be the two that are dropping deep in, and Jared Bowen out of that front three. But I don't want to say switched on, but they're certainly not quite as fluid as you want to be. And Dawson again is looking decent. I mean, he's just continued to look decent. He's just been very consistent. Lanzini on the ball here decides to go backwards with it. He didn't have the momentum, to be fair to him, to outpace the Sheffield United player on top of him. But in terms of how we're playing in general, I think is that a case of no Ogbonna? I think the formation is no Ogbonna. I think that the formation change to the five at the back is the idea without Ogbonna, because I don't think David Moyes trusts the people we have. Diop with a long searching ball looking for Bowen. It was a nice idea. It wasn't ever going to pull off, but it was a nice idea. Is it because of no Ogbonna? I don't know. I think the formation changes. I think, to be honest with you, I think the team is just I think the team in general is just suffering from confidence from the last couple of weeks. It's been quite hard on them. They've had a couple of iffy results here and there, iffy performances, and I think we're starting to see the pressures of being so high up the table. And I think although the first half of the season we played almost with no pressure, I think now we're here. I'm looking forward to the next couple of games where we have a lot of big teams in a row, because I think that's going to be where we flourish again, where there's no pressure because we're not expecting to get anything, and maybe we start to see that best West Ham side come back out. I'm not surprised to see David Moyes change to the back five, but we are a bit tentative. Lanzini and Lingard are linking up quite well, I think. Johnson's getting forward well. Kufau's getting forward well. Maybe not creating anything yet, but they're getting forward into those positions. I think Sheffield United is certainly there for taking. I don't think either team, though, are in top gear yet. Never in top gear yet. As Stevie said, listen, if you're looking for the link, bang, below, Discord, click on it. It's free to join. Bang, there's a bit called Stream Links in there. 5 different options for you to watch the game for free if you want to. If you don't have BT Sport, of course, in the UK, which is how you can watch it in the UK. I would take Sean from Reese. I would take a look for a couple for Fulham if they go down. Lookman and Gisa, Ariola. Yeah, they're the ones I would look at as well. I think Lookman's on loan from Leipzig, I want to say. But I think so. I'd have to double check that. They might have bought him. I honestly don't know. West Ham on a counter attack here. Jesse Lingard on the left. He takes on the defender. He's put into a good position. Hits it. Ramsdale can only palm it. I tell you what, Ramsdale is not catching any footballs. Ramsdale is not someone who's going to be catching footballs. There's a long searching ball from Manuel Lanzini out to Lingard, who found himself in all acres of space on the left. He takes on the Sheffield United defender, turns him inside. He went to the line. He made it more difficult for himself, Lingard, but to pop off a shot, hits it with his weak foot, and Ramsdale can just palm it wide. Ramsdale, he's not catching any football. Even shot straight at him, he's just not catching. As much as you want to look at something else there, that was a decent opportunity for Lingard, and I don't necessarily blame him for taking it to the line and taking a shot. Maybe you could have said a better option was putting it back, but it looked quite difficult. Corner played in. Dawson, over. A decent counter-attack. There is space for these counter-attacks, but Sheffield United do have enough bodies at the back to deal with them when they happen, because we don't have, frankly, that many attacking players on. We have 3. We have the front 3, which is more like a front 1 most of the time, and then when we counter, the other ones have to desperately get forward. So Sheffield United always have a numerical advantage. If they stick with 3 at the back, when they go forward in numbers, those 3 tend to stay back, or at least 2 of them, they tend to have the numerical advantage, which is difficult to deal with, of course. But we'll see how it goes. There is at least counter-attacks happening. Here. Lingard looking lively. I agree. Lingard is looking lively. Fab's distribution has to be the worst in the Prem. It's far from the worst in the Prem. It's not good, Keith, but worst in the Prem, I mean, I think it's a stretch, but let's be real. I mean, not the worst in the Prem. Not the worst in the Prem. Lingard looking lively. There we go. Top 4, baby. I don't think it's going to happen, but there we go. Are you playing a formation with no striker like prime false 9 Barcelona? Let's say we are, Adam. Why not? Let's describe us as prime Barca. Let's go absolutely wild in the chat. Let's act like we are doing banters. Let's just act like we're amazing like that. Cesc Fabregas in the set. No, we're not. We're not at all. And what I would akin it to is our normal 5 at the back with the double pivot of Rice and Souček. Then imagine if we were playing like a 4-2-3-1 with the 3 behind the striker, but there's just no striker, is the way I would describe it. Jared Bowen, who's the more central of the 3 usually, although he's tracking back on the right-hand side now, but usually in the rest of this game has been the more central of the 3, is like having a cam or a 10 with the thing in Pez that makes you not track back, like when you put it on Messi or whatever, so he has stamina. That sort of thing happening. So there's no real false 9 maneuvers happening here. It's more just there is no striker on the pitch, but we're playing with 10. We're playing with 11 anyway because the striker's at center. I don't know. That's the way I would describe it. Lingard trying to create something, goes down, no free kick. He sort of looked towards the ref as he went down there. I think the referee was totally fine with that one. I don't think that was a free kick, to be honest with you. Now Sheffield United slowly passing the ball around. Ed, good to see you, my friend. Don't unsubscribe. You know you love it. Just come over to the dark side. Come on, Ed. Come on. We've got much better gameplay. And like less licenses. Come on. Is Bowen up front? He's the most advanced player, but I wouldn't describe him as up front, Willie. I would say he is. I wouldn't say he's up front. I would just say he's the most advanced player. Sort of similar. Do you remember when we faced under Sam Allardyce, when we faced Tottenham away, and we played that famous 4-6-0 formation? Oh, Sheffield's gone down in the area. The referee's not moved. And to be fair, Sheffield haven't done a huge scream, so I suspect it's not a pen. But Basham went down in the area there. Let's have a look. Basham sticks forward. Souček is the one who would have fouled him if he did. I think Souček gets the touch on the ball. I'm not sure, but I think he does. The commentator just said it's no penalty. And I guess VAR will check in the background, but yeah. Yeah, it was like that 4-6-0 we played a bit in that Diame was the most player forward in that game, but he wasn't the striker. He just was the most forward he was, you know? And so that's the way I would describe it. I don't think Bowen is playing up front. I think he just happens to be the most far forward player we have. Because Lanzini and Lingard seem to sort of be Lanzini on the right, Lingard on the left seem to be the ones who drop back defensively. Bowen went down quite theatrically there under a tackle from Egan. I mean, either that or he's seriously injured, but it was right. Okay, I mean, it is a foul, but Bowen's gone down. I mean, I know Clips doesn't do this, but if he was doing it for our own players, man's gone down under a sniper, is what I'm saying. He went down a bit. There was a big 360 no-scope on that one, man. He went down as if he'd taken it out. As if he'd taken it out. How you doing, Charlie? Says all things. Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I had my because I have a liver disease and I'm fat. I had the COVID vaccine on Friday, and I'm okay. I'm feeling. Do you know what? Cresswell hits the free kick way over. I'm just hyped for the second one in the next 12 weeks because after that I'm going to be unstoppable. I'm going to be unstoppable. You won't be able to stop me. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be going all over. I'm going to be France. You won't be able to stop me. You won't be able to stop me. Actually has a glass eye. I'm legally blind. Yeah, I'm like the pirate in Pirates of the Caribbean who has the glass eye. They fall out and you crawl around. There was a joke there, but it wasn't funny or worth saying. The thing is with live things is now I've said it, you've all heard it, and it's too late for me to take it back. So we're just going to move on. Chuck says he's a bit nervous about Diop. This is the thing, like the thing about Diop for me, I don't disagree. I just think it's one of those things where we need to struggle through with it. I think it's the risk you take playing him. The risk you take playing him outweighs it. I think you have to keep going because you need to get to the end of the tunnel with him. We're probably going to end up selling him, and it's going to suck. It is what it is. It's just going to happen eventually. But before that stage, I want to see him be more consistent in the team because I think that's the way you get the best out of him. When he was playing most consistently is when he's in the team. When he's been in and out, he's never been able to get that. Maybe that's his problem. I don't know. I don't know if anything I just said makes sense. I've tried to explain it. It probably was bad. If I explained it badly, let me know. Let me know, and I'll try again. Yeah, that free kick was it was a bit wild. I am currently on 30 minutes and 49, 50, 51, 52. So I'm about 2 minutes behind-ish. You had the vaccine? I did. Won't need to wear a mask anymore. I mean, I will be because you technically, even if you have the vaccine, you can still catch it just a lot. It just won't affect you as deeply as it would. It won't be lethal. And at the same time, I'm still around people who, if I catch it and pass it on to them, it'd be very bad for them. So I'll be double masking it, but I just won't be so scared every time I feel any symptom whatsoever anymore. Come to USA, says Wally. Bro, it's in the plans. I will say that. It is in the plans. I just don't know why. Was it the Oxford one? Yes, it was Oxford AstraZeneca. Is what it's called, I think. I think it's what it's called. Yeah, I have the card somewhere which tells me what it's called. Oh no, I've got to flip in. You get this sheet, right, when you get it. You know, like if you have so I've got paracetamol. You know, if you get paracetamol or whatever, they give you like inside there's like a leaflet which tells you how to use it and stuff. You get one of those with the vaccine, which I think is just a copy and paste, not copy and paste, photoshopped, photocopied version of that. Yes, AstraZeneca, Oxford AstraZeneca. There you go. That's what I had. Checked it in. So yeah, once I have the second one, McGoldrick hits it wide. Once I have the second one in 12 weeks, you literally will not be able to stop me. I'll be unstoppable. He's one of them. Look, the thing is, right, is he has like, he's not great. He's just functional in a system. And that's the reason he's here. Like he wouldn't work for any really other Premiership team. It's just the fact he's in this specific one. You know, it's a case of, is it? I don't know. It's just a case. It's just a case of, what's that mean? No, oh my God, we're having internet problems here. A symbol I've never seen come up on streaming before. It's just come up to me like your internet. Charlie, your face is currently 5 pixels. No, it's my internet. It's going a bit ham right now. I may try to restart it at halftime. We'll see what happens when Geo's in. Yes. Hello, I am Bangladeshi. Good to see you, PK. Hope you're well. Hope you're fine. Really interesting stuff. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. Good to see you. I hope America's treating you well. I'm your one-stop shop for all COVID vaccine-related questions. I am here. Bet your room smells like farts. Hashtag good vibe. Listen, it is, but not because of that. More because of, the dominoes I had. That's the problem here. Frank Shade. Listen, Frankel can do what he wants, mate. He's just mad because I could beat him in a West Ham quiz. He thinks because he won once that he's special. But he's not special. He's just not. Good option for Sheffield United. Played across the box. Easy save for Fabianski. Frankel thinks he's special, right? But the problem is, right? The problem is that any point, hang on, where is it? Give me a second. You'll see what I'm doing. If you know Adam Frankel, you know what I'm about. Well, if you know Adam Frankel, you'll appreciate what I'm about to do. Adam Frankel thinks he's special, right? He's sitting there in America. Oh, I'm in America. I know people from Dude Perfect. Oh, yeah. Is it Adam? Bang. It's Adam Frankel, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to that. Exactly. Shut your mouth. It wasn't a good put down, but I've taken it as well. My internet is taking an absolute dive right now. I apologize. If you're struggling with it. What kind of music do you like, Charlie? You strike me as a rock kind of guy. I do like rock, Ed, but to be honest with you, mate, I like everything. There isn't a type of music. Do I like rock? Yes. Am I wearing the Run the Jewels, who are Raps limited edition Christmas jumper? Yes, I am. Is it cold? Yeah, a little bit. I like everything. I was also listening to pop earlier. I will literally listen to anything. I'll listen to anything from K-pop to flipping metal. You know, it's just the way it is. If the music is good, I will listen to it. That's the way I word it. If you do good, I'll listen to it. Don't, Ed. No. I am an S Club. That is true. I do like S Club 7. Listen, Adam Frankel might be a liar and a charlatan and an absolute munchkin, but I do like S Club 7 and I do like grime. The people who know me in the chat know me. Look, let me put it this way. Am I going to listen to S Club R? Yes, I am. Am I going to listen to Shut Down My Skeptic? Yes, I am. You know, there's different vibes for different times and I listen and I take them all. Good opportunity for Sheffield United here. They've broken, hit from range. So Fabianski hits it around the post. I don't really think he needed to in his corner. Close, though. Close. My internet is just absolutely destroying me right now. I'm going to start disconnecting things just to see if that's the problem. I've had a massive problem in the internet in the recent week. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. I'm just going to message my other half. I'm going to message my girlfriend and say, is the internet back for you? Is the internet bad for you right now. Just see what she says. Once we hit halftime and Gio and Ray will be here, I can leave them to it and I can restart the internet. But for now, I'm going to have a bit of a problem. So about 9 minutes to go. Sheffield United have a corner. Played in. My internet's crashed, so I can't see what's happening. Headed away. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's absolutely dropping like a mother lover right now. I'm now keeping track. I'm now keeping track of the match via updates from the chat because everything has gone wrong at my end in an emphatic manner. We're going to go for a different thing. I hope that works. Here we go. So I think I've caught back up to an extent. I think we've caught back up to an extent. So I'm at 38 minutes now, just for those of you keeping track. Hopefully we're kicking back slightly. Now I'm trying to just keep the chat slightly scrolled up so I don't get spoilers again. What are we on? So Sheffield United trying to pass the ball around here. Not very confidently. Jesse Lingard might nick that. He has. Lanzini's there as well. Lanzini, Bowen, and Lingard all chasing forward here. Lingard plays it forward to Bowen. Bowen pulls it back to Lingard. Lingard's in. Okay, well, that's as bait a penalty as you are ever going to see. West Ham United definitely have their first penalty of the season there because there is literally no way they're getting away with a second one like that. Basham living up to his name, absolutely came flying in there. Jesse Lingard was through one-on-one. To be fair, his first touch wasn't great after Bowen's pass, but he was through one-on-one and you would back Jesse Lingard to get the goal at least. And Basham, with all of the grace of Phil Jones, came flying in, tries to tackle Jesse Lingard. It doesn't work. He goes down and it's a pen. It's a pen. His yellow card for Basham, I guess it's a double jeopardy rule, so he doesn't get a red. He didn't get anywhere near the ball. I don't know how that rule works entirely, so I can't really say much. What I'm doing, this might be tempting fate, I can't lie to you. I'm just making the graphic if it's 1-0. I'm just doing that while Declan Rice is stepping up to take the penalty here, which again, I'm interested that Declan Rice is now just taking all set pieces. That is quite interesting to me just in general. It's a bit wild, but he is quite calm. So I'm just setting up now as Declan Rice steps up. I've got the graphic ready in case we do score. If we don't, I'm going to look like a mug, but that's fine. What's new? Here we go. Here we go. Declan Rice, the whistle goes. Steps up to take it. Big pen. Big pen. It's 1-0. 1-0 West Ham. 1-0 West Ham with about 5 minutes left to go in this first half. It's a great pen. It's a very good pen. You know they're a good pen when they hit the side netting. You know they're a good pen when they hit the side netting. Fourth, here we come. Goal, Rice, goal. How's that not a red? Lots of people talking about the red card here. I think it's double. I want to say it's because of the double jeopardy rule, but I honestly don't know. That's a really good penalty, to be fair. Right in the bottom corner, right tucked in. Ray Borum has joined us. Ray, how do you feel about the pen?
Top 4, baby. Currently top 4.
What's your opinion? Red card or no?
No, under the double jeopardy rules, as you just said, even though it was dirty beyond dirtiness, they can't get 2 red cards. I kind of agree with that double jeopardy rule because, it's a bit harsh on a player to go off if he gives away a penalty like that. So, yeah. So I'm quite happy. Oh, that's a free kick, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I think I'm slightly ahead of you.
Oh, you will be, but I'm fine with it. Listen, if something happened, I wanted you to react to it.
Yeah.
See, this is I get the double jeopardy rule. I don't know if I agree with it. I think if it was a horrendous challenge, then sure. I don't think that was horrendous. It was clumsy as all hell. It was stupid.
Yeah.
He just came flying in and ended up falling into him, barging him over. It was like Boris Johnson in that one flipping football game where he rugby tackles the guy and gets up and walks in. It was similar to that. It was just stupid.
Whoa.
What?
It weren't a guy, Charlie.
Oh, no,
kid.
there was the child one as well. I was talking about the football one as opposed to the rugby one, but he did do it. The point is he's done a lot of those things. The point is if it was like a slide challenge where it was dangerous, then I think you would do something. But in that case specifically, I think the double jeopardy will make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Double jeopardy will make sense. You're welcome to stay till half time if you wish. You don't have to, though, of course.
Oh, that's why I come on. I was just going to be ready for half time. I don't know what's happened, but I don't know where Jesse Lingard's gone. But the defender's got a bloody nose for some reason. I'm hoping
Is Craig Dawson close? Because usually that's the answer. If someone's bleeding, the first person I'd look is where's Craig? Craig, you here?
Oh, right. It looked like Lingard jumped on his back, but not on purpose.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it in about a minute's time.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've just seen it. Yeah, I didn't look on purpose in real time. It looked like just a random collision.
Has Lingard been sent off? No fucking way. Have I just missed a red card? What?
So from what I saw, and I haven't even seen the replay yet. I've only seen it in real time. It looked like as Jesse Lingard was jumping around the defender, whoever it was, on the left-hand side, so probably Ampadu, as he was jumping around him, his arm just sort of was there and it smacked him around the face. I don't know whether or not it did happen. Geo has now joined us. Geo, can you give us updates? What's happened with this Jesse Lingard stuff?
What with the Ampadu thing?
Yeah. So what happened?
Nothing. He just bumped into him and bumped his nose, and his nose was bleeding. That's all. No big deal.
Okay.
I saw Jesse Lingard walking off, so I kind of thought, has he been accidentally sent off, and I missed it.
We were having a right Chris Kamara moment, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Nah, nothing happened. Just bumped him on the nose, which has caused it to bleed. That's all. To be fair to Ampadu, complete difference to Mitrovic last week, who went down as if he'd been shot in the face. Ampadu just sat on his bum, essentially. Just say, I've been bumped on my nose, I'm bleeding now, kind of thing. No rolling around or anything like that, which is good to see. So fair play to Ampadu, just got on with it.
So how do you feel about the half year?
Good. I thought we started quite well. I thought Sheffield Utd have been quite good, to be fair. I think they've got a lot of success down their left, our right. They're using that channel really well. But I think we've been quite comfortable. Looked dangerous-ish on the counter-attack with that front three. I think they've not necessarily been the best in terms of the passing and stuff. But yeah, I think we've been playing well, Charlie. I'm happy, very happy now we've got a goal.
Yeah, I think we've been all right. We've counter-attacked more than I thought was probably going to be possible. The way Sheffield United stay strong at the back, like by just keeping players back. I mean, we never really have numerical advantage in a huge sense against them, but at the same time, when we do get forward, it's not necessarily a numerical advantage, but the people we have helps. Like Lanzini and Lingard, I thought have started to show signs of understanding and linking up well. Jesse Lingard, I don't want to say looks a class above, but I think that's probably an over-exaggeration. But there's certain times where he plays a pass earlier or dribbles with the ball where I'm so much more confident about what's going on. It doesn't seem as stretched to him. Everything seems quite easy. The pass through to, I think it was Bowen at one point, the nutmeg and then run up the pitch from the defensive side of stuff. It just looks really easy to him. And it sort of gives me a lot more hope that we can, even though we only have 3 attacking players on the pitch, we can actually create something. Him and Lanzini have linked up well. I thought Bowen's had a relatively quiet half, but I don't necessarily blame him for it. I think that's just sort of the way it's played out. I think we look all right. I think we're certainly good for the lead. I don't think anyone would claim that's anywhere near unfair on us. I don't even think Sheffield United they've had one shot maybe I can think of. That one where it went just wide and that's it. I mean, outside of that, I don't really think Sheffield United have been anything even close to being scary. I don't know. What about you, Ray? What do you think?
I've been quite excited. I quite like the front three as it is. I don't know about you guys, but I just felt there's a bit more energy up front. I feel like there's a bit more liveliness. Where a few games ago, I thought it's been a bit slackage. It might just be the fresh personnel coming in, or it might be just the attacking formation that we were doing. You know, earlier enough on the games, you saw Bowen, Lanzini, and that Jesse all changing. And it was like, oh, what's going on? It's exciting. Bowen seems to be more in the centre now as the game's gone on. But yeah, I've quite enjoyed it. Really loved it. Something fresh.
Am I able to leave you two to deal with half time so I can restart my internet? Because apparently it shut itself halfway through that half because everyone started saying I was 6 pixels. And so I don't want to go restart it just in case. So the second half it works. Is that all right?
Yeah, on you go. Cheers, Charlie.
All right, see you in a couple minutes.
Yeah, Ray, I have to agree with you. I was in build-up shot saying that front three. I want to see a narrow front three from us tonight. I think we've seen that. We're not. Bowen's not on the right. There's no one's playing on the left. We're just leaving Ben Johnson to run the wing. We're playing a narrow front three. I think it's really working. I mean, if you look at the goal that we got the penalty from, there's probably about 10, 15 yards between all three of them. They're just running in a line. Bowen's got 2 players to pick from. Jesse Lingard, if he wants to, could shift over one more to Lanzini if he wanted to just knock it on. I think we played well in the first half. We'll take some comments. We'll start flicking through the comments.
Let's go.
Let's see what we got in the comments. Get your comments in, and we'll ruin Charlie's stream and start. We'll start going for this one. Leo says, "Do you think that Ben Rama would hinder or help the attacking three?"
I think he will help because I see him coming on to give that extra bit of energy up front. So I think he will work well, especially with. I want to see him with Lanzini instead of having Bowen there. I would like to see him, Lanzini, and Jesse all at the front three and second.
Leo saying, "What do you think about Rice taking a pen off Lingard?" Did you and Charlie discuss that?
No, we haven't discussed it. I could see in Jesse's face he was like, "I want to take it." So I'm kind of happy that he's disappointed in not taking it, but it was a good finish by Rice, and
I think it's important. I think it's important that Rice took it because he's obviously the designated penalty taker. Hence, the first one we got in 2 minutes in, nobody was disputing it. It was Rice has got the ball. Rice is the penalty taker. On you go, my friend. Good luck. But obviously, Lingard sort of wins the pen, thinks, "No, I'm going to take this one." I think it's important that I'm not saying he's got one, but just in case there is any sort of like ego about Jesse Lingard or the fact he's a Man United player doing West Ham a favour almost kind of thing, I think it's important that actually Rice pulls round there and says, no, not only am I captain, I am also the penalty taker. I'm having that ball, thank you very much. I'm sure if we get a penalty in the second half, I mean, surely we can't get 3 in one game, but if we do get a penalty in the second half, I would expect Rice to hand it to Jesse Lingard and say, "There you go. I've got the goal now. Now you can go have one." But I do think is a very important thing from Declan. It's good to see him stand up to someone that's new to the club, but also he's got more caps than what Rice has. Like I said, he is a Man United player. If there was any player in that squad that Declan's going to be perhaps intimidated by in terms of footballing CV, it is Jesse Lingard. So I'm actually quite pleased to see Declan Rice not bat him down, just say, "Nah, sorry, mate. This is West Ham. I'm the captain." Out the road. Chippy says, "What can West Ham do to stop Sheffield coming down our right-hand side? They seem to be targeting Diop early on."
Diop. I see what you're saying, but I quite like the way we're playing at the moment. So I wouldn't necessarily change anything in the second half. I keep the tactics as it is. What was about you?
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading all the comments. I was looking for the next one. But no, I would keep it the same as well. And if they are targeting Diop, that's all right, because they had a little bit of success, but the success was very much, it was on the touchline. They were playing it down into space, and Sharp was running over and getting the ball. Anyone can kind of do that. I think we could do that if we wanted to. We wanted just to keep putting the ball down for Jared Bowen in the right corner flag. We can manage it, but if anything, I say leave them doing it because they're not going to score from there. Then it's up to then Dawson and Creswell make sure they're in shape and stuff like that. So I don't mind it. I get why they're doing it. I do think they are targeting it. I agree with Chippy there. But also, we're now winning. Soufal can sit 5-10 yards deeper if he wants to. He can sit a little bit deeper, block up that space and say, "Well, you're not coming down here anymore." So I'm all right with it. It doesn't bother me too much. John's Said he's disappointed Lingard wanted it. If Rice's designated penalty taker puts more pressure on Rice, do you agree with that, or?
No, I felt Rice looked confident as soon as he was setting up, and to be fair, that was a brilliant penalty that he took. I quite like the fact that Jesse was disappointed because it says to me that he wants to take the penalty, he wants to get his name on the score sheet. It will build his confidence up. So let's just hope for a goal from Jesse in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse's also probably thinking, hang on a minute. Had he not just taken me out, I'd have put behind the back of the net here. I'm due a goal, I'm entitled to a goal almost, so I'm having that. So it's a little bit awkward. It does put more pressure on Rice, because had Rice missed, there would have been a whole discussion about should he have just let Lingard take it. And while I said I thought it was good to see Rice step up to Lingard, he did look a little bit timid doing it. There was no grabbing the ball. He just went over it. It was almost like he whispered something to him. So, may I have my ball, please? Thank you. So I get what John's saying, but I'm trying to look at it in the positives, like yourself, Ray. That just shows that Lingard's hungry. He wants to keep getting goals and stuff. MJ Wright says that it's clear we need a target man. Next season, we need a 15-goal striker. The sky is the limit with our defence. Harry says Souček's pushing forward more in comparison to the last couple of games. And then John saying that Diop is shaky and nervous on the ball. A few misplaced passes. Someone was asking, here we go. I don't know how you say that name. Diary, go with that.
Yeah.
Mr. O'Connor says, do you think Lanzini has taken his chance?
I felt like he's played really well. For a guy that hasn't played that many minutes this season, he's come on, he's looked threatening, he's done some tricks, he's done some good passes. He seems involved with Jesse Lingard up front. So, yeah, I think he's definitely deserved his position.
Yeah, Ionix disagrees with you. He says that he's definitely below par. Gave away some simple balls. This match appears to be a step too quick. I'm half and half. I think he has given away the ball a few times, but I think his movement's been good. I think the front three are really fluent when they run forward. The three of them are running forward in tangent. I have to agree. Nathan saying the same. He loves the system we're playing. The boys up front look brilliant on the counter attack. I think they do. I think all three of them do. I'm watching the replay now. Jesse Lingard is running past players. Bowen's there. Lanzini's up there as well. The three of them are up there. There's not much room between the three of them. They are playing in close proximity. I mean, Mark's saying that Lanzini's fine, but then Mike's saying Lanzini's been giving the ball away. So he's splitting he's very much splitting the opinion down here. Paul would like to see Ben Rama come on for Lanzini to play with Bowen and Jesse Lingard. Jamie says that Lanzini is second to the ball, even in situations where he should be winning them. Ben saying the fullbacks are not working well today. Lanzini is sloppy. Alan says Fabianski's distribution is horrific. He's never been great at it, has he? He's never been. I did see him do a short goal kick, though. I was quite impressed. That's one, but.
And he did rush it out.
Oh, you got a message. What was that? What was that beeping?
That's Liverpool Coyotes. Let me know. Actually says, say hello to Geo for me. We miss him. Oh, there we go. They must be watching.
Hello.
I can't do it.
Harry says that Fabianski's showing cracks, reaffirming that we need a new keeper. I think he's done all right. There was that one time he should really have come and got it from the goal kick and Dawson headed it behind, but I think that's all right. John says Rice is driving forward, but giving the front boys some space. Looks good going forward. Only 1-0 up. I agree with that. I do think Declan Rice has played really well today, Ray.
Yeah, I thought he's played really well. He's been getting the ball from the back. He's been driving it forward, doing some good passes. I also want to say Ben Johnson's played really well in that first half for me. He's been seen quite pacey down that left-hand side and taking on players.
Angus says no. Angus says there's been a lack of quality going forward from the wing backs. Everyone's just disagreeing with everything you're saying. Mike is asking, do you think we need a striker, or is that three interchanging a better option?
We need a striker for next season. Yeah, we definitely need a striker for next season. We need a first team striker as well, because Antonio can't be doing it all the time. It'd be interesting how he fits in the squad. I'm excited to find out if we do get Jesse at the end of the season, and then how much money we've still got left over for a main striker, because I still think we need a centre midfielder, and then we probably need another position filled out. I don't know what you think.
No, Alan, do you think Johnson being right-footed hinders him? He seems decent but reluctant to get to the byline.
No, I've actually seen a couple of times where he's got to a byline and he's done some crosses, not actually made it. But I think he's done it right. He's still a youngster as well. You got to remember.
Charlie's back. Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
You can have control back. You can have your control of your show back.
I appreciate. I've just spent the several minutes staring at an internet box, going, "Come on."
We were slagging you off for 5, so we timed it pretty well to get back to talk about West Ham. Actually,
that's all right. Don't worry about it. It's not too much redeemers. I think the thing is with you can make an argument for him not looking comfortable enough going forward. It's more that he knows he's not as good on his left foot than he is his right. So when he puts in the cross, it's like you're just going to have to accept what you're given, because it's like asking me to write something out, but with my left hand. It's like, I can do it for you, but you're not. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to end well, you know?
It takes a bit longer, does it? The left hand.
It does. It does. Useful in some instances, specifically in crossing and writing, not great. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Is Lingard a must buy? Like, how much worse are we going to look when he disappears? Is there a situation in which you think, oh, we have to get Lingard in the summer?
Yeah, if he keeps playing like he is today and against Aston Villa, because not only is he playing well, he's the key player. He's a main man going forward. He was the main man against Aston Villa, and he's been the main man in the first half today. He didn't show up against Fulham. He was rubbish against Fulham. And what happened? We didn't show up at all in the final third. It's almost like Lingard don't turn up, West Ham don't turn up in the first 3 games that we've seen of him. I think he's been superb in that half. I think his movement's brilliant. Like you were saying, Charlie, he just looks good. He makes it look easy. And you do get that feeling. He's skipping past 1 or 2 players. You think when he gets the ball, Sheffield United seem to panic a little bit and think, oh, just bring him down, just get him. I mean, Chris Basham literally did do that. But I think he looks really, really good, Jesse Lingard. I think he looks brilliant. And, a few more of these performances, and we're going to start to get a little bit worried that Man United are whacking £1 million on every time he has a decent game. He says, right, that's 60 million, now 70 million. Because at the end of the day, if he is such a good player between now and the end of the season, he's arguably the first name on the team sheet. Are we going to say no to 20 million? Well, no, we've got to pay, haven't we? It's almost like we're getting to the situation that the board can't win, really. They're either going to have to overpay for Jesse Lingard or not buy him because he's too expensive, but then you've just lost what is being one of the key opponents of the team. This is where the lack of option to buy is a bit frustrating.
What about you, Ray? What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's got to be a must buy, and I understand what Geo said, but I think it comes down to Jesse not sure if he wants to be at West Ham next season, and that's why they're trialing to see each other out. I'm sure I heard that in one of Moises' interviews. So hopefully he enjoys it at West Ham and he likes it and he wants to come to us, and there'll be a deal on the table that we can possibly have.
So if you would, I don't know if you spoke about subs or anything. If you were to, so I assume neither of you would make any subs at halftime.
No.
What would activate? We need to make subs. When are you thinking we need to start looking at changing this up?
When we're 3-0,
or is it just a case of fitness? Just when people are starting to lag, then bring someone on straight swaps.
Okay, well, as Ray said, we do get comfortable, but if Sheffield United were to score, or if one of our front 3 were to look a bit flat in the second half early doors, whether it could be Jesse Lingard that comes out in the second half, doesn't play particularly well for 10, 15, 20 minutes, because we've got Ben Rama on there. He's the most obvious player to bring on. I think the way that we are playing going forward suits Ben Rama. A bit of pace, a bit of flair, quick passing, shooting. So I do think that would suit him. But there's not many players on the bench screaming out to be subbed on. You look at it and you think, well, I wouldn't mind seeing Connor commentary perhaps, but you're going to bring him on for Souček and Rice? Probably not. Like, it's a bit risky, especially at 1-0, maybe at 3-0. But are we going to get to 3-0? I'm not so sure we will. So I wouldn't change anything. I'd be very much keeping it as it is for a while yet. And then if one of the front 3 aren't pulling their weight, get Ben Rama on. But I'd be quite patient with the rest of the team, to be honest with you, Charlie.
I don't think we're going to pull away. I don't think it's going to be that comfortable a win. I'm confident we'll win now. At the beginning of the game, I had literally no idea what was going to happen. I'm confident we'll win, but I don't think we're going to get to 3-0, for example. I think we'll probably, like, I could see us winning 2-0. I could see us winning 2-1. I could also see us drawing, but I don't think it's going to, I think we'll win, but I don't think we're ever going to get super far away where we'll look super comfortable. Actually, no, we'll be comfortable, but I don't think it's going to be a big scoreline.
The thing is, Charlie, watching Sheffield United recently, you'll give it, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a sub for Sheffield United at half-time, right? But give it 5-10 minutes, it's still 1-0. Wilder will bring the changes quick, and he does eventually just throw strikers on. He will bring on Booster. I think Ollie Burke's on the, I can't remember, Burke's on the bench or McBurney's on the bench, whatever. He will just throw strikers on and go for it. He will end up playing with 3 strikers. That'll suit us. There'll be more room for our front 3 to move into. So Sheffield United going for it will help us a lot. All we have to do is keep it 1-0, try and get the second goal, and then just wait. I would sit back and wait for Sheffield United to show their hand, and then take advantage of it. Because, listen, Sheffield United, with the greatest respect, 1-0 or 5-0 defeat makes no difference to them at this point. The goal difference is out the window. Sheffield United don't have to worry about that. It's about points, and that's it. But anyway, listen, the second half started. I'm going to love you and leave you. And keep up the good work, Walsh.
Thank you. Enjoy yourselves. Ray, as well, if you're heading off, good to see you as well. I see Geo at full time, of course, for his review that he'll be live with Gonzo. Ray, I'll see you on 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer probably tomorrow. I haven't checked my DMs yet. But either tomorrow or at some point, we'll figure out the next episode of 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer.
Perfect. See you later. 3-0 still on. Come on.
Come on. Good to see you. Enjoy the second half. John Nolan, we're buying Lingard after 3 matches, but some of our hands don't want Moyes after almost a whole season performing well. John, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't. Hopefully, my internet holds up in this second half. I don't think it will, but we'll see. We'll see. All I'm saying is the provider's going to get a big ring tomorrow about just the horrendousness of it all. Right, let's see. No changes, says I forgot what, and he says it kicks off. Okay, cool. Good to know. Michael, sorry, I don't know why I read Mitchell. 3-0 Lingard next half. I'd love to see Lingard get a goal. I really would. I'm really enjoying watching Jesse Lingard. I can't lie. We need to make Lingard a hammer. If it means taking pens, so be it, especially if he wins fair. If you're going to tire and give up, we'll take over soon, says Uni Advisor UK. Fair enough. What a shame we didn't get Ollie Watkins. I mean, forever. He's so good, regardless. Any streams out there? Steve, link below, Discord. There is 5 for you in there in the stream link section. Go and have a click in there, my friend. You'll find it free to go. Subscribe if you're new around here, of course. Hit the like if you enjoyed the video. We're live until full time, until when Geo Gonzo go live with their review. As we just kick off for the second half, it's Sheffield United, West Ham United. It's 1-0 West Ham. Declan Rice with a pen. First pen in the season. And here we go. Ready to get smashed by Leeds on the 6th of March. You wish, Ed. I felt like we might the first time, and then we ended up winning. So, a little less confidence from you there, mate. I mean, we'll see what happens. But surely we want Moyes to stay until. Surely we all want Moyes. Jordan, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click off, and then I'm gonna click it again, as if it was new, as if I hadn't flopped reading it 5 times. Okay. Jordan Lane says we all want Moyes. Surely at this point, I almost screwed it up again. I would suspect we do. Even me, who really does not like David Moyes, thinks he should definitely get a new contract and stay. So I suspect that. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Ross, boss here. That's not good. Wait, hang on. Here's Ross, boss. No, wait, hang on. Ross, Barden. There we go. How are you doing, Ross Boss? How's things? I hope you're well, my friend. Hope the stadium is treating you well. Of course, if you don't know Ross Barden, My Hammer's 11. What are you doing? Go subscribe. Great channel. Secondly, DJ at the ground. Stuff's going on. He'll know before any of us. Even before you lot. He'll know before me. He'll know before you. That's how it works. Russ, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Need Ben Rama to break his duck. I'd love to see Ben Rama come on, get a big dub. I'd love that. Thoughts on crisp sandwiches? Love them. When I was a kid, story time, very briefly. When I was a kid, I had packed lunches, right? Because they were cheaper than school meals. and poor. So I always had packed lunches, right? And one of the things I did have was we used to get like these really cheap croissants, right? And I'd have ham, like, you know, the shop bought ham, the really cheap ones, played into the box. Sheffield United, easy catch for Fabianski, a little bit shaking me over. You get the really chopped, the one that's like, it's like 10 slices, it's like a pound or whatever. Get that put in. Ham and croissant, unreal combination. Then here was the game changer. You get McCoy's, you get the cheese and onion flavor, you slot it in there. Honestly, one of the greatest things that's ever happened in my life. Crisp sandwiches in general, excellent. Loads of different flavors you can have in there, but specifically, that was unreal. Jordan Lane, what minute are you on? I'm exactly 46 now. That was a couple of seconds ago, obviously, but for me, I'm on 57, 47, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. I do not speak Russian. I cannot read Cyrillic, but good to see you regardless. Good to see you regardless. Big hype for Jesse Lingard in the chat. I suspect some Man United fans. Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're enjoying seeing Jesse Lingard actually play football. I certainly am. Very good footballer. Very exciting. Cheese and onion crisp sandwiches are great. They just are. They just are. Good shout. Thank you. John is a very learned man when it comes to food, and I would a good job from John. A good shout from John means as much as anyone else, in my opinion. Do you know we eat more crisps than the whole of Europe? Is that true? Do you know, it wouldn't surprise me, but that's an interesting stat. That is an interesting shout. I never thought that would be true. Really fair. I mean, it would make sense though. It makes sense. We do love a crisp. We have a whole aisle for just crisps. We love a crisp. What's it sandwich? How's the texture working on that? You know what I mean? Because something I quite like about a crisp sandwich is the crunch. But obviously, What's-Its don't have a crunch factor. They do, but it's a different type of crunch. How's the crunch factor working in a What's-It sandwich? In a What's-It sandwich, that would interest me actually. That's something I could do. We do have What's-Its. I could do that. I mean, I have the rest of the Domino's to finish, but I could do that. And there's a reason I got the jab early, because I'm fat, so I could do that. I could do it. How much would you be willing to pay for Jay Links? That's a great question, actually. Before he joined, I think he would have been available for 15 mil, probably maybe slightly less, or around that figure. Problem is he's been very good. So it's going to go up, innit? That number's going to go up. If Man United were to ask anything above 20, I would probably leave it. I don't know, though. He's so good. He's so good. You're buying a player who's right at the end of their prime, because by the time he would sign, he would be 29, I think, maybe 28, but just about to turn 29. If they were to ask anything over 20, I would probably say thanks, but no thanks, and go and buy a cheaper model, because we need money in other positions, namely striker, for position 1, for example. We also have to sort out the goalkeeper situation in the summer. We've got a lot of things to spend money on this summer, and I don't think we've got that much money. So anything over 20, I feel like is probably a stretch. Anything under 20, I'd probably go, all right, let's do it. Let's get it done. 20 is my biting point now. Anything above that, and I would struggle. What was we saying? Mae Young, I think the Fabulous Moolah, as far as I'm aware, she wasn't a great person, the Fabulous Moolah. So I'll stick with Mae Young. I think Mae Young, who was it who gave birth to the hand? Was it her or was it Moolah? I think it was Mae Young. So she seems like she should have a great grand old time. She's like a grand old time. 20 years old, so can't go up the match. Yeah, I mean, the thing is about the price is the only way it would go up is if he performs incredibly well, which is what he has been doing. Oh, Fabianski. Hello, Lucas. Pulling out the best hits from 2 years ago. Let me just rewatch that a little bit. I just want to deep that a little bit more. It was a great opportunity by Sheffield United. They came across the box, pulls it back towards McGoldrick. And see, this is what I'm talking about. McGoldrick, he just works in the formation. The ball came across. He gets his header. It bounces off. Does it bounce off Ben Johnson, actually? I think it might bounce off Ben Johnson. Let's have a look again. Yeah, it bounces off Ben Johnson's back, and Fabianski replies. But make good reactions. Good reactions. Kyle, what I'll say to you, mate, is I appreciate the vibe, but just take 5. Just take 5, Kyle. Come back in 5, and then we can have a deep conversation about Jesse Lingard. That's calm with me. But just take 5 until then, my friend. Take 5. Tell you what, throw some crisp on a burger is a game changer. All about the crunch. That's a bold claim. Not great crunch, but substantial. See, you would get a lot in there. It would be a thicker entity. That's fair, because you could with a crisp sandwich, you press it down a little bit. That's a fair shout, actually. You get a layer. You get maybe a lattice thing going on. There's options here, There's options here. Are you buttering bread in a crisp sandwich? It depends. Probably, if you're just having crisp by itself, personally, I probably wouldn't. But if you're having crisp with something else, for example, in the ham situation, there was butter involved. Just seeing a replay of that Fabianski save again. Very good work. Very good work. If it's just crisp by itself, then no, I would just have the crisp. If it was crisps and like ham or crisps and something else, then I'd probably put butter in there for the sake of the something else. That's my opinion. Mr. Pardew, good to see you, sir. Glad to see you. Glad to see you well in here. Great to watch a game after a long time. It's good. We're happy to have you back to get your smart opinions on the game, of course, learned opinions. I think he'll be 25 million if he carries goal contribution every other game. Yeah, this is the thing. 25 million, I wouldn't go for him, honestly. That's not to say he wouldn't be worth that much. It's just to say with our budget, I don't think it's worth it. I think we have too many other roles we need to. And this is me talking about it at this specific stage in time. Now, of course, if say we end up having to play for a long time without Antonio and he's playing Declan Rice, a little bit rash there, probably got away with it a little bit. If he was a situation, Lingard in a good advanced position here, Lingard tried to tap it around, the defender couldn't quite do it. If he ends up playing in this a false 9 and starts doing bits up front by himself, then hey, go wild, get in there. But at this stage, anything above 20 is where I would bulk. As good as I think he is. And Jackaboy, I think he's brilliant. I've always felt like I like Jesse Lingard a little bit more than most. I think just because someone's not good enough for Manchester United doesn't make them a bad footballer. I think Jesse Lingard is actually very talented. And when you see him play for West Ham, sounds like today, and you look back at the Aston Villa game, you can see everything just looks easy for him. He passes the ball with ease. He dribbles past people with ease. He's a very good footballer. He's more than good enough to play for a Europa League side, which is what West Ham are aspiring to be, really, in reality. I think he's a good player, man. I think he's a good player, just not... And I wouldn't even say he's not worth the 25 million. I think if you're at the right club, you probably could make the argument he's worth 25 million. But for us, I don't think he is. I think it'd be too much of a big outlay for us. There's been a goal, but for who? Okay, right. I'm going to have to stop looking at the chat now. I'm going to have to love you and leave you all. Because there's been a goal. Ross Budden has put there's been a goal. And I'm going to proceed to look at the game. What I'm going to do, actually, while I do that, is I'm just going to have some pizza at the same time. I'm real hungry. I hope it's West Ham. Run of play, I can't see it being Sheffield United, if we're being real. But it's got to be West Ham. Jesse Lingard plays it out. We're in control of the ball here. Passing it around quite calm. Click off that for us. Sheffield United are struggling here. We're sort of taking our time. Lanzini charges through. He plays it through. Jared Bowen's there. Hits it. Corner. I suspect it might be coming from the corner. That was a mistake. I've made a mistake. What I've done there is I've made a mistake of putting too much in. And I think the goal might be coming, and I need to eat it quick. Cresswell on the corner. Plays it in. Yes, there we go. It's a Diop. It's a Diop with the header. It's a Diop with the header. Let's get the graphic quickly. I could have made this before. Instead, I decided to make a mistake with piss up. It's a Diop with a header from a corner. Good header. Heads it down into side netting. Good corner. It's just comfortable. It's just comfortable. That's actually really well done from Mr. Diop, to be fair. Basically a perfect header. It's basically what he needed. Charlie with a pizza mistake. It's happened before. It'll happen again. We can't lie. 3 points as per usual. Listen, Glenn, we're rocking high. We're fourth right now. We're fourth. We're having a round all the time. Go for it. Let's have we control the ball more. That's a fair shot. Diop, you legend, told you Diop 2-0. Noble coming on for Lanzini. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to see how that's going to affect the game. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that at all. Let's get this in. 2-0. West Ham United 2, Sheffield United 0. This game, I think, has been wrapped up at this point. They're not. Sorry for the rustle. There. I'm having a picnic. I'm having a picnic bite. I apologise for the loud rustle there. I've done it in the middle of the stream, but we're here now, and I've done it. You would imagine. Look, two. Could you see Sheffield United getting one in a smash and grab potentially? Can I see Sheffield United getting two? I can't. I think this is over for them now. It's just about how comfortable can we make the rest of this game. And listen, I think we can. Jesse Lingard doing really well down the left-hand side here, just winning the corner. I mean, Sheffield gave him a lot of space there, but he just makes stuff look easy, doesn't he? He just makes stuff look easy. Get another, bring on Meepo. Time for Meepo. I'm seeing Meepo respecting the chat. I would adore to see. I really want to see Meepo Rebecca get some time, like, quite badly. Jay Ling has been good so far. I agree. I think he's been so good, man. Today, again, he's having a really good game. Jack Boy, opinions on Kyle Leary. Listen, I have no problems with Kyle. Mr. Reed, I'll give him the respect. I have no problems with Mr. Reed. And when the 5 minutes is up, he can come back and we can have an opinion about Jesse Lingard. I don't mind. Just spam less, bruv. I will get to you. I'm not avoiding you. I'll talk to anyone of any team, it's fine with me. I don't mind. Just calm it, bruv. There's other people in the chat. Do you know what I mean? Don't need the stress. Kyle as a person, can't judge him. Don't know him. One day I hope to sit down with Kyle. In fact, when Kyle comes back, if Kyle does come back after the 5 minutes is up, Kyle, drop a little message in chat. I've got a question for you. Kyle's here. Kyle, good to see you, my friend. Kyle, if you were going to the zoo, what would the first animal you see? What would the first animal you would go to see? Kyle, this is specifically for you. No one else. I want Mr. Reed to answer this. I don't want to know anyone else's opinions. Mr. Reed, if you went to the zoo, what's the first animal you would go to see? Let me know. Let's get to know each other. Can you speak French? No. Petit. Parlez-vous français? No, I did it in secondary school, but it's almost all gone from my head. Du jambon is ham. Marron is brown. The rest of it's off. Lion. Okay. Next question, Mr. Reed. If you were ordering an Indian, what would your menu? What would your choice? What would your meal look like? I want to know if you're getting a starter. I want to know what your mains are. I don't know what sides you're picking. Indian specifically. First animal would be Craig Dawson. He is a beast of a man. He's an absolute animal, isn't he? Just pure, terrifying man. As I said earlier, when someone got bloody, I was like, it was Craig Dawson there. Good opportunity from Sheffield United there. Came across McGoldrick was there. He couldn't quite. He was under a hell of a lot of pressure. It was bouncing, to be fair to him, but difficult as Ollie McBurney has now come on for Sheffield United for Norwood. As to be fair, Geo did 100% call it. They have just started bringing on strikers. We'll see how it affects the game. Kyle, for a start. Okay, Kyle, for a start. If you're gonna be racist, spell it right. Free it. It's not right, my G. Try again in a minute. Bruv, spell it right, you doofus. My God, I gave you the opportunity to troll and you spelled it wrong. My G, try again in 5 minutes. Good to see you. See you again then. Right, anyway, what's happening? He's so good on the ball. He drifts past players like there's no tomorrow. It's so good. Yeah, Lanzini's come off for Noble now, which is it's an interesting sub. It's the one Ross was just telling us about. I don't know how I feel about it. We'll see how it affects the game going forward. I don't know. We'll see. Jacka, he did do something wrong. He misspelled the word fried. It's only 5 letters. My G, it's not complicated. FR, the rest is not difficult. It's not F-R-I-E-D. Fried, not freed. Fam, I give you the opportunity. I'm like, here, I give it to you on a plate. If I like a troll, I do. I genuinely do. That's the thing. If people watch these watch-alongs, they'll know that I'm here for it. And my man can't even spell the word fried. When he can learn to spell the word fried, come back. But while he's saying freed, not interested. Anyway. Why bring on Noble? Put the boy in a game like this? Yeah, I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I mean, 2-0, maybe you just shore up and go, fair enough. We just hold it. And see where it goes. But if you look at our bench, I mean, you've got Fornals, Ben Rama, and Odebeka on there. There's options. There's actual options to bring on in an attacking capacity. Why take off one of our few attacking players? And I don't think Lanzini's been bad. I think he's linked up relatively well with Lingard. I don't think he's been unreal, but I don't think he's been bad. Like, it's a stress. I don't know. So you see this, right? See Russ. Russ is the only man I will accept misspelling anything to do with food. Because Russ, he does cooking videos. He's clearly a good man. You know? When it comes to whatever his name was, Kyle, Mr. Reed, no proof. If he shows me his cooking videos, then maybe I'll respect his spelling of words more. But until then, you know? Yeah, I really don't. I'd rather see Noble than Yama. It's fair. I mean, Yamalenko's not even a bench. I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. I disagree, but I know what you mean, to be fair. I could run faster than Noble. I'm 6'4", 216 pounds. Why I love Noble, but still, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Jesse Lingard on the ball again here, trying to just create a bit of space. Can't quite get there. He's just taking it down. I tell you what, Jesse Lingard, man, as what he was. He's next level. He's just really good. He's just smooth, you know. He just. There's something. He's good. He's just look. He's been at Man United for years for a reason. He is very good. He is genuinely very good. You know. See, Jacka, you understand how to troll. Why is your boy so bad at it? Bruv? If you know him, then why is he so bad at it? Teach him, Jacka. Just take him aside. Take Kyle aside, right? Just take him aside. Sit him down and show him how it's done. because you're making good trolls of his mistakes, of his dumbness. Do you know what I mean? So just if you could teach him, I'm not even telling you to teach him how to spell, because to be honest with you, I think it's a lost cause. I think Mr. Reed's misspelling is a lost cause. I think he's probably a bit too stupid to learn how to spell at this point. But at least teach him how to troll good. You seem all right at it. Him, though, it's just a bit sad to see. It's just a bit sad to see. I don't know. Maybe I'm too harsh on him. Maybe it's like when we signed Ben Rama and it took him too long to get into the side. Maybe I'm being David Moyes. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh on him to start with. But at the same time, he misspelled the word fried. It's 5 letters. It's 5 letters. Just take him aside. Teach him how to troll. And then maybe he'll come back. Because if I see his name again in a different stream, whatever, McGoldrick saved by Fabianski. If I see him come back, maybe not in this stream. At this stream, I think I might just be done with him. But maybe in another stream, he comes back, he tries again. If I see his name, I'm happy to let him again. I gave him the chance. I gave him on open platter. And he went with, if we're being honest, some just dead racist joke. Like, it wasn't even like, Thank you, Jacka. Thank you. But just more importantly, the spelling, I think he might be a lost cause on, but the trolling, I believe he can improve on, because you seem to be all right here. He seems to be like an idiot. We'll see how it goes. I wish you well in that. I wish you well in that endeavor. Hopefully it goes well. Just like West Ham here. I mean, bringing on Noble is a weird one. I can't lie to you. Maybe our hope is that Souček can be a bit further forward, I guess, by bringing on Noble. Rice, you might see it get a bit further again. Although having said that, was that Noble on the far right-hand side there? Or is that just Kufal and we really have only 2 people just sort of moving, which I think is what it is. I'm not sure about that. Same, I'm really enjoying it. I really want to see, keep getting a run in, keep him going. Because I think that's the point. Whenever you have a young player, you want to give them the opportunities, even to make a mistake, just keep giving them the opportunities, let them grow from their mistakes as opposed to just cutting them loose from it, That's why I really want to see Meepo get on as well. I think it would do an absolute madness for his confidence. If he can get on the pitch here, not even get a goal, but just get on the pitch and get another try, We can see when it is. Nice that your internet is clear. Oh, bruv, I'm struggling. So I'll tell you what. Phone call to the ISP tomorrow. Hi, you're crap. That sort of thing. We'll see how it goes. Hit by Lingard, save. Good shot from. I tell you what, fair shot from range. Foshizi, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope things are good. Lingard with a shot from range there. Actually, have really good attempts. And to be fair, just test Ramsdale. He's not very good, so just keep going for it. Foshizi, as a mod and someone I trust, I need to let you know if you see someone. Where is his name? I need to see his full name. It's somewhere in this godforsaken chat. Where is it? Ball played in, headed away from Sheffield United. If you see this kid, Kyle Leary-Reid, just insta-ban him. No, don't insta-ban him. Change my mind. Don't insta-ban him. Just time him out. If he says anything, just time him out. He needs to learn how to spell and be a better troll. He tried. I gave it to him. He failed, foe. If you see it before I do, time him out. Don't ban him. Don't block him. Just time him out. I just want you to know that. His name is... What was it again? I've lost it again. That one. Im. Okay, foe, I trust you. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. So, we have a free kick in a good position. It's basically just a corner at this point. That's decent. It's a decent area for us. Lingard standing over it as well as Cresswell. You suspect Cresswell takes it. Lingard runs over it. Cresswell plays it in. Oh, it went to the far post. Diop headed it back across goal. No one quite there. Diop sprinting back. Look at him. He's doing that thing where he runs so fast, his head turns from side to side as he goes. Ben Johnson with the interception plays it calmly to Cresswell. West Ham can recover and rebuild from here. That's a great forward pass by Cresswell. Souček can't find Bowen on the run. I mean, the run wasn't super inventive, but there we go. We move. Lingard, Kufal on the overlap. Drives it across. Bowen not there. Cleared away. Good opportunity. Good opportunity. Throw in. You want to see whenever you're in those sort of positions to do something with it. Quick throw to Jesse Lingard. I just want to see Jesse Lingard as much on the ball as possible. He's very good. He's very flipping good. You just want to keep seeing him get on the ball, dribble with it, do stuff with it, because he just makes it look so easy. When he's on the ball, I think something's going to happen. When other people are on the ball, sometimes it seems a bit of a stretch. Kufau's managed to find his way through. Do you know what? Fair play to Ramsdale. That's a very good save. I mean, it was our right back who took the shot, but it was a very good save. Yeah, that was decent. I mean, Kufar, you maybe think play the ball. Jared Bowen is starting to cut a very frustrated figure. Somehow he gets in. He did sort of look sideways a couple of times, then went for it. He had his head in his hands as if he went, I should have done that. But we'll see. A 12th corner of the game here. 6th for West Ham United. Jesse Lingard standing over it, plays it in. A couple of people there, bounces around. Kufar again getting involved. Foul to Sheffield United. Foul to Sheffield United. Kufal doubted too much. Yeah, I mean, like, realistically, it was maybe he should have passed it to Bowen. He did look up twice. To be fair, Ampadu was right next to him. It may be a bit difficult to find Bowen. Maybe Bowen wanted it easier, I think, is maybe the argument you could make. But honestly, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't necessarily blame him, but maybe should have played a bit. But Bowen is looking very frustrated after that. He's been looking a little bit frustrated in the second half anyway, but that he looked very frustrated by. I wonder how many touches he's had in this game. I don't actually know. I want to look into that. I saw Ed. Where are you? Ed. You found a Corey Taylor. I don't know who Corey Taylor is. For some reason, I know the name, though. Is he... My gut is saying he's a guitarist in a band that I know, but I don't know who, and I don't know why. Fill me in. I might be a fan of the band. I've never heard his solo stuff, if that's the case. If that's the case, I've never heard his solo stuff. I tell you, he's a big fan of rock. If you're looking for someone to have music chat within the chat, Adam, who's about in the chat, where is he? Where's Adam? I saw Adam a second ago, but Adam, who's in the chat, who's just called Adam. He knows a lot about guitarists specifically. Who's the man of the match so far? I would say that's a good. I don't know. Probably Lingard. I think Lingard's just looked class. I keep wanting to say a class above. I don't think that's accurate. I think he's looked really good. I think everything good we've done sort of comes from stuff he's done. So I would go with Lingard, although my mind can be changed very easily if the match says anything. Deleting with Slipknot. That's why I know the name. This is the Adam. If you want to talk about rock, especially guitar, man's got the knowledge. Do you know what? Slipknot in general, I've never really listened to properly. I don't know why. And to be fair, and lead singer Stones are, don't even know Stones are. But I've never listened to him properly. I should do at some point just to pick up, just to form an opinion. Because I've never really sat down and listened to him a lot. I'm sure they've had like theme songs as WWE pay-per-views, so I probably know him in that sense, but I've never fully listened to him. You know? See what I mean? Nothing. Whoosh, goes straight over my head. But he says it, and I trust him. I hate West Ham with a passion. I hate Moyes. What a tin pot club. Fair play. Subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a like on the video, my friend. Hope you enjoyed the video. Welcome, Andrew. I hope you're well. I hope, I don't know who you support. Let me have a look. Looks like Liverpool, man. Good. Hope you're all right, man. Hope you're all right. Hope your life's going strong. You know, big plays during these difficult times. Welcome aboard, Andrew. Welcome to the boys. Benny coming on, says Russ. He's coming in. Russ Boss coming in yet again. Ben Rama. This is good. I want to see Ben Rama come on. Because to be honest with you, I reckon there's an opportunity here to maybe get a third. I didn't think it was going to be possible, but I do think there's an opportunity to do it. And Ben Rama would go a long way to doing that, especially since Noble's come on. Ben Rama, I wonder who he's coming on for. That's an interesting thing I've just thought in my head. If I had a criticism on Souček, and it ain't a lot, at times he doesn't release the ball quick enough and plays safe. I think that's a fair point. I think realistically, when you look at it, you say if I just don't think passing is his forte. You know, I think he's not an unreal passer of the ball. As much as he is a centre midfielder, he's not someone he's not like Alex Song. He's not going to pick out a pass from range and it's going to be a thing of beauty, you know. He's not Declan Rice has it in him, but I wouldn't say Declan Rice is the one to do it, you know. I think realistically, his ability is more in the defensive side and then just the goal scoring side insanely. I think when it comes to passing, I don't want to say he's lackluster. I just think he's very functional. I think that's probably a fair criticism of him. Especially that doesn't release it quick enough. I think that's certainly a much fairer criticism of him. But yeah, I think it's who you put next to him. Maybe if he was playing in a free in the middle, it might be a bit different. But I think in this system specifically, it works. And good evening, Charlie. I thought you managed. No worries, Jamie. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I was good. Good to see you. I hope you're well. Possible one more goal. I think so. I think so, bro. I didn't at halftime. I thought it would have. I thought two. I didn't think we were capable of getting a third. And to be fair, since we brought on Noble, we certainly are a lot less attacking focused. Again, it's one of those things where I think we didn't need to go more defensive. If we're being honest about it, I think we were probably completely fine. But since then, Sheffield United are getting on the ball a little bit more, put a bit more pressure on. I don't want to say that's because of Mark Noble. I think it's more because of having a lack of players up front. Bowen's just pulled up, by the way. Bowen's hobbling around. He's holding his ankle. Header from McBurney, save from Fabianski. Bowen was just hobbling on one of his legs there. I wonder if Ben Rama's going to come on for him, given the fact he's just got injured. We'll see. Decent enough header from McBurney. Not really deep enough into any of the corners or anything to trouble Fabianski, but he does well from a standing start to get some sort of power on him. Let's get some sort of... Who was that? Fabianski is my man of match. To be fair, I think Fabianski's had a good game. Some of his saves, I mean, we're starting to see a couple more of those proper first season Fabianski saves come back out. That reaction one I thought was really good. Noble playing the ball around Lingard in the box. Noble's claiming for something. I think the tackle just makes it deflect off Jesse Lingard and goes high and wide. High and wide. I don't think it might not even be wide, to be fair. Just goes flying into the air, unfortunately. All jokes, mate. I like West Ham. Good to see them doing well this season. Well, fair enough, Andrew. Even if you weren't joking, I wouldn't mind too much. I'm not that fussed. But I hope you're well. Like I said, subscribe if you're new around here and drop a like. You know, I don't mind. Fans of all teams are welcome. You know, for example, Adam. He's an Arsenal fan. For example, Nippon was in the chat earlier. He's a Chelsea fan. You know, fans of any team welcome. Ben Rama here on the side, looking to just come on. I'm interested to see. Lingard is coming off for him, I think. Yeah, Jesse Lingard's coming off for Ben Rama. Looks a little bit despondent by it, but to be fair, save your best players, I guess. And he is clearly one of them. Ben Rama comes on. I'm interested to see if Bowen was still down, I think. So we're going to see a double sub. If so, Meepo. Who was the other person we had on the bench? He was an attack player, 4 hours, I guess. Oh, it wasn't him who was down. It was one of the Sheffield players. I don't know who it is. Point still stands. Point still stands. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Do you think Lingard is good? Yes, I do. Do you? I think he's very good. I think he's very good. I think he is a baller. It's very exciting to see him play every time he plays, and I want to see him play more. So we're seeing a replay of the incident here. That was Mark Noble getting pulled about. Oh, this was from the goal. Not from the goal, from closeness. Egan pulls up. Okay, so Egan, it looks like one of those ones where he was sliding, the studs just get caught and he's pulled a muscle or something. He's in trouble here. The stretch is out, which you don't like to see, to be fair. You don't like to see. It's like a Mini Cooper with a bed on it. Fair enough. Let's have a look. Chat keeps moving. I'm missing everything right now. Lingard needs to be the best player in a team to truly flourish. I think West Ham is his level and he can make a decent career out of it. I think that's a fair point. You're certainly not the only person who's ever said that. I think that's a totally fair point. Jagielka, yeah, he plays for Sheffield United. That was when I first recognised him, was when he played for Sheffield United before he moved to Everton. And he was like a midfielder back then. I think I remember him being like a centre midfielder or some nonsense. And he ended up moving to Everton and stuff. David Moyes looking at him, admiring him, wanting him. Fredericks is coming on, looks like. For Bowen, I would suspect. Doesn't surprise me that we'd end with only one attacking player on the pitch. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. 3 defensive midfielders and 6 defenders does not fully shock me about David Moyes. But at the same time, we'll end the game 2-0, whatever, move on. But interesting. How old is Jagielka? He's 800 years old. He's a very old man. Very old man. He can stretch it off. It doesn't look good, does it? I don't like. Look, I never ever like to see people get stretched off, no matter who they're for. So I'm just laughing there, Russ. You made my day. And then Ross asked why. Wally is the biggest Ryan Fredericks fan you've ever met. Ryan Fredericks, Wally. When we do shows together, right? So Wally comes on the Patreon podcast sometimes. For context, if you've never seen it, 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer, patreon.com/HammerChat, get involved, right? Wally has a Frederick shirt hung behind him. He loves a bit of Ryan Fredericks. And to be fair, I'm not against seeing Ryan Fredericks on the pitch, but there you go. It's big hype for Ryan Fredericks coming on here. Yummy sushi potato salad. It's very much my mood at all times. Very much my mood at all times. And I just placed West Brom. Yeah, I know. It's a bit wild. What I would say... where is it? Here you go. Thoughts on Undisputed. What I would say, Ed, is that I haven't watched it yet, and you've spoiled it for me. No, I knew that happened. I knew something along the lines of happened because I saw a GIF. I'm watching it tonight, so next video I can give you full breakdown. Actually, I could just talk to you about it in the Discord. Discord and link below, by the way, people. If you want to join it, you can. I will. We'll talk about it in there because I'm watching it tonight, probably. I hope at the time. If I have the time. It's a war only we know about. I know, and it's a war I've frequently lost, but you've got to give it a shot sometimes. You have to give it a shot. He's 38. Is that true? He feels at least 45. At least 45. You know what I mean? He feels at least 45. What do I need to do? Just what I need to do. Just need to check something real quick. Okay. Sorry for this. Just need to check something in the background. Okay. Here we go. We are back. We are back. Hello. So we're about 4 minutes plus stoppage time away. Johnson's down. A yellow card for the Sheffield United player who took it down. I didn't see who it was. It was Phil Jagielka. Tell you what, Jagielka, he's a bit wedge, isn't he? He's a bit wedge. That was wild from Phil Jagielka. I can't lie. It wasn't even Jagielka, was it? It was Lundstrom, I think. I thought it was Jagielka. It was Lundstrom. It was wild, absolutely wild. What were you even trying to do, Mudgy? What were you even trying to do? We're about 3 minutes plus stoppage time away here. We'll be live, of course, until full time, at which point Geo Gonzo will be here to do their review. I'll spam the link in the live chat so you can go and take a look over there. Have a fun old time in that. Subscribe if you're new around here, like the video, of course. I will be live once again on Sunday for... Is it Spurs? Is it Spurs on Sunday? I think it's Spurs on Sunday. If it is, I'll be live for that, of course. Big games, doing big bits. It will be it'll be a whole thing. It'll be a whole thing. I'm excited for it, to be honest with you. And hey, come watch. Come get involved. Come get involved. We're running out a comfortable, probably 2-0 winners here. I can't see there being a goal in either direction at this point, to be honest with you. Bowen, look at it. Trying a little run. Good to see you, Ben. Dave, even. I don't know if that's a British surname. Good to see you, Dave. Thank you very much, my bro. Hope you're right. When enough clean defensive display? Yeah, that's a fair point. Top 4 here we come. We, of course, top 4 until Chelsea play. And if they don't win, we remain top 4. I know. Shocking. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Listen, what Foshizi says goes. Look at him. He's a genius. He's a smart man. Listen to him. Do you know what I mean? Just pick up the vibes. Thoughts on the rumours of Nexus returning for a Romania match against Retribution? I hope not. If Retribution will lose, which Retribution's been a mild disaster anyway. Like Mustafa Ali, man. Like you put Mustafa Ali in charge of a faction and then you make it Retribution of all things. Apart from Slapjack forever. Slapjack for life. Don't forget to hashtag Slapjack. What a boy. Mate, I put it again. Just a problem. It would just be a problem. I hope not, anyway. That's my goal. That's my aim. I don't know. The fromage. Oh, I love that video so much. You know I do as well. I go too much into it. What a video. Where do you think we'll finish at the end of the season? I reckon. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I would be happy with 9th and above. I'd be happy with 9th or above. Like, I know that seems like such an emphatic drop from here until now, but 9th is an improvement and something to build off of well. Without a cup run, maybe I'd be a little bit happy with that. But anything above 9th, I would take. Where do I think we'll finish? I think it's too early to tell. I think the season's too topsy-turvy. I reckon IMO. I think we'll know after the next couple of weeks. We've got some big teams. And past that, if we can get a couple of results off then maybe, just maybe, we'll give ourselves a good opportunity. I don't know. I'm just going to say 9th or above. For now. The Irish sensation, David Otunga, of course. What a legend. Frederick coming on for Johnson right at the death. Is a ting. Bruv, I'm going to have to tomorrow. I can't lie to you. I'm going to have to ring up the ISP and just have a massive go at them because it's been bad for like a week, but this has been awful tonight. This has been a woeful. When I streamed the other day, personal stuff as opposed to this, and I had like the frames dropped were mad. Mud. Absolutely mud. D Swissport, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing. Yeah, I think they've played well. I think it's been a good performance today. I appreciate you dropping by. Hope you're well. Hope things are going well. 5th. Yeah. It's a bit hard. The thing is, right, at some point, I just keep looking at the top teams who are struggling at the moment. I think they have to take off at some point, and they all have to face us. And if they pick up wins against us and that starts them off on a run, we could drop down very quickly because we are ahead of some top teams. All it takes is some good performances and some draws against them, and all of a sudden finishing higher up the table can be a lot more realistic. I think before that, though, it's a case of it's just those games. Those games are going to be the deciders for me, and I'm excited for them. It's the next couple of games. that are coming up on them. I'm a little bit hyped. I think the Lundstrom tackle for the yellow card was a bit of a wild one, and the penalty tackle from was it Egan? I can't remember who it was just insanity. It wasn't a rough tackle. It was a shot from range from Sheffield United over. It wasn't a bad tackle. It was just stupid. It was just stupid. It was just clumsy and dumb. Yeah, it's just it's just bad. I've seen this symbol tonight on StreamYard. StreamYard's the thing we use to do this, and I've seen a symbol on StreamYard I've never seen before tonight, which is basically your internet's jank, and it's like it's been bad for about a week, but tonight it's been a mess. So I'm gonna have to go back and have a gander at that. But a decent performance from everyone else. Who's everyone's man of the match? If you can hear me, who is everyone's man of the match? What are you thinking? What are you vibing? Let me know. That is such a specific joke, and I'm here for it. I'm also hearing game with a big punch. Or I don't know what Minecraft Steve smashed through, like a pickaxe thing. I don't know. For man of the match is Lewis Booty has Ben Johnson. I think he's had a good game. I'm really liking, I think John said earlier, but I'm really liking the confidence he seems to be getting. Diop man of the match is Wally World. Jesse Lingard. Who got man of the match is a good question. I don't know. There's been a goal before. Okay, right. Apologies, chat. I'm going to have to stop looking for a minute. Who's your internet provider? Is Virgin Media. I'm going to have to stop looking for a minute because there's been a goal. Do you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm just going to quickly make the graphic ready for whoever it is. I shouldn't need to because it's so late and it really won't affect the stream, but I'm going to do it regardless. And as I do that, let's talk you through what's happening. Russ might have told me as well, but still, Diop heads it down straight into the path of Sheffield United, who are on the counter-attack here, and I don't like to see that. I don't like to see this at all. McGoldrick down the left-hand side, pulls it back across. Dawson gets a good block. What a boy. Can we just all remember when I said Dawson, when I was like, Dawson is the boy, Dawson is going to be a boy, and everyone else was like, no, Dawson bad. We can't sign Dawson. I was right. I'm claiming it. Ray, I can see you in the bottom. I can't look because I don't know who scored yet. I know someone has scored. I will look at you in a second. I know you there. I don't want to see spoilers. Ray. So I can see you in there. I'm not looking at you. As much as I want to look at you, I can't. In fact, Ray, I'm going to pull you up for a second. I'm going to take my headphones off. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to click you off and turn back around just so you can indulge the chat in whatever's happening, okay? Right, here you go. I'm going to give you 5 seconds, right, Ray?
Come on!
And he's gone. I took my headphones off. I couldn't hear anything. West Ham are on the attack right now. Declan Rice. We're just passing the ball around calmly here. Frederick's on the left-hand side because he hit him for Johnson. My brain was confused for a second there. Oh, Benrahma, little shimmies. Benrahma pulling off more step overs than necessary. Frederick's gone. Have a swaz. Oh, he's done it. Hang on. There's two things I need to do. I need to click this. Where is Wally? There he is. Look at that. Yes. Ryan Fredericks. Ryan Fredericks. Look how hyped he is.
Yes, look at Wally.
Ray, your prediction was right, Ray. 3-0.
That's why I come on. I just wanted to try it a little bit.
I respect it.
Just Charlie, just one thing I've just seen. Just keep an eye out. I'm a little bit concerned the way Jesse Lingard walks off. He just goes back to the change room at the end of full time.
He did seem. I'll tell you what. One thing I did notice. So the full time whistle was just blown. Stick with us. There will be a review in just a moment with Geo Gonzo. One thing I did notice when he was getting subbed off, he did look a little bit like, oh, why am I getting subbed off sort of thing. I'm getting the hurry up from Geo. Geo, put the link in the chat. Then I won't need to do your job for you. Then, innit? God's sake. Actually, yeah, Geo, if you could do that, that would be really useful. Thank you. He did look a little bit despondent when he went off.
Yeah.
But apparently they're ready for the review for once on time. God forbid. So go and watch the review with Geo and Gonzo. I'll keep an eye out for what's just happened. Wally Wob with the $20. Thank you, sir. Right, man in the match. Unsurprisingly, fair play. Yeah, I can see what you mean. He's looking down at the floor as he walks into the thing. Ray, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll let you go and enjoy the review with everyone else. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a like if you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, the review will be live in just a moment if Geo puts the link in. So I'll tell you what, I'll do his job for him. I'll go get it for you. We'll be live again for another watch along on Sunday. It's West Ham United, and I think it's Tottenham. I can't remember, but my brain, for some reason, is sure it's Tottenham. It's a 3-0 win. It's a comfortable win, and I'll tell you what, I'm not complaining at all. I'm not complaining whatsoever. Here's the link. I've gone and done it for Geo, for Christ's sake. Here you go. Here's the link, everyone. Get involved in the chat. Enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you on Sunday. But until then, 3-0. 3-0 scenes. See you later, everyone. Bye. Thank you, D Swissport. Appreciate it, bruv. Thank you so much for the full-time fund.